and welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We're on episode 23.
And we are all level 20.
Yes.
Something like that. Close.
Getting there.
We'll
Good audio
round
check.
down a little. Alright.
We round down to the nearest 3.
Yeah. Okay, so after a lighthearted and uplifting episode last time, our adventurers find themselves in the turret of Trollskull Manor, having a meal of eggs, and just discussing the day's events where they have lost one of their party and found some horrifying things in their house. And that's where we left off. The City Watch has just knocked on the door, and Dravarax has just vanished into the abyss.
Timing, man.
Always. So I'll go down and open the door. My hair is still very white. My skin is ashen. My eyes have changed color.
Alright, is everyone else following, or are you hanging out in the turret?
I'll follow, yeah.
It was just a knock, right?
Yeah, they kind of called up to say it was the City Watch.
Okay, yeah. If they call up, I will slowly follow behind.
Okay, yeah, you guys can head down and open the door. You find two men standing outside. There they are. One of them is taller and older man, and the other one is they're both kind of older. You'd think maybe in their 40s or 50s, and this one is more dressed like a wizard. And
How can we help you?
Hello, we are here. We're investigating some of the activities that happened last night. We wanted to speak with you all, and especially Lindario, if you have a moment.
Sure, come on in.
I'm imagining I'm like hesitating like behind the doorway. You
Right.
know, like doing one of those like peeking in the room, like but I'll like reluctantly come out when I hear my name.
Or are you coming up? So this would be at the northern door, so it's coming up the stairwell. Or I guess they're at the top of the stairwell, and so you're in a room that isn't finished at the moment.
Okay.
So you could invite them in there, or you could head down to the tap room.
Let's have this conversation downstairs in the tap room.
Okay, well, they'll follow you out.
We're doing some remodeling.
All right. Yeah, so once you get in there, you've had some time to like at least set up a table and some chairs. There's a place to seat there. Sit is the word I was looking for. They'll introduce themselves. The taller man is Seth Cromley, Sergeant Cromley, and the other man is Barnabas Blastwind from the Loyal Order of Magists and Protectors.
So what would you guys like to know?
So we would, we've been investigating the events of last night, and we just wanted to. We got a pretty thorough report from Captain Staggett. We wanted to get Lindario's account of events, if she is available for that.
I would turn and look at Lindario. Do you want to answer any questions?
Sure.
And like they understand what they at least understand that you were injured. You're a victim of some kind and taken away. So they're not really pressing right now, but they're eager to hear your story when you are available to tell it.
I'll just ask them what do you want to know?
Can you just tell us what happened?
Well, I was out in the dock wards and someone started speaking to me in my head and threatening me, and I was taken back to painful memories of the past.
You see, Sergeant Cromley is just taking notes.
And when I came to from that, Gus was there to help me. And then he was physically attacked and killed by that thing.
Do you know who or what it was?
No. Lindariel still doesn't know really what it is, right? Like,
You heard?
I just know it's like a scary thing with like a bunch of tentacles on its face.
Yeah. Dandriel talked with Nightbreeze and Dravarex about it. Did you mention it at all in front of Lynn?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But we're
Yeah.
there. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll describe him, that it was like this big, scary guy with tentacles on his face that broke open my friend's head and ate its brain
Okay.
in whatever way you can describe that.
And then he'll turn to Dandriel and be like, "What? And how about you? Where were you last night? Approximately 4 a.m."
Well, I was working at the Mermaid's Arms. There's quite a few people that saw me there, and some very interesting positions of that.
They're kind of surprised at hearing that. Like, is that a normal job that you have?
No, I was just filling a shift for the holiday, trying to get a little bit extra coin. That's all.
You didn't see anything.
No, I mean, nothing out of source there. I mean,
yeah. Unfortunately, we were both trying to pick up some extra coin because renovations aren't cheap, and our friends had gone on the dock ward, and we were not around. Perhaps if we were, things would be different.
Do either of you know why Augustine would have been targeted by this creature?
I do not.
I don't think it was particular. Well, he did know who I was, and he seemed to know what we've been doing. He mentioned, I'm pretty sure he's with the Xanathar.
Yeah, they write that down. It's like, how do you know about the Xanathar? What's your connection?
We have unfortunately encountered them a couple times.
A while back, at what seems like forever ago, but was probably only about 6 days, we were sent looking for someone who had been captured by them, and we recovered him.
Yeah, there. Who was captured?
This guy named Floon.
they thought he was Renaer Neverember.
Right.
He's Renaer's friend.
Oh, you're the ones who saved Renaer. Yes, we read about that.
Yep, that would be us.
I think that's what got us into this whole mess with this attack.
Yeah, and so they'll basically just ask for more information along these lines you've been giving.
Did Dandriel seem to notice any response when she described the creature to him? Like, did they have a specific response, or are these guys just, like, deadpanning, taking notes?
You can make an insight check.
75.
It was a 9.
From what you get, they're trying to collect information. They don't seem surprised by any of this. It seems like it's more just kind of confirming things they already knew.
Okay.
It's kind of that's about all you got.
Okay. Well, see, Dan's probably on the edge of frustrated and short-tempered at this moment. So probably going to be like, so, you didn't seem too surprised when she described what sounds like a mind flayer in the city. Why would there be a mind flay in the city?
It's like we don't know why it's here. It did also kill 3 City Watch veterans. So yeah, we're not surprised. It's a terrible tragedy, but we're trying to find all the information we can about why it might be here, or what its purpose is.
Purpose is just generally not good, but yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Well, we've been talking with the Talmost family. They wanted to invite you to a memorial service we're having tomorrow evening for Augustine and the other City Watch members. They also wanted you to have some of his adventuring items, and so they pulled out Gus's backpack and his rapier and his short sword.
Okay. We will definitely be there, and if you see them, please send our condolences again. We've lost a good friend.
And they also say, like, we're still investigating this. No doubt, being friends with a noble, the broadsheets are going to come looking to write a story. Just please avoid giving out any information that would hinder our investigation. And if you don't want to be hassled by reporters, just keep a low profile for a bit.
We'll do our best. Can I ask that as you guys find more information, would you be willing to let us know what you are finding out?
If there's anything relevant, yes, and same as you would ask if you come across any more information about this creature or anything that happened, please let us know.
Consider it done.
We will.
And they'll give their condolences again, and they'll head out.
I think Lynn has like even more guilt, like finding that like 3 more like people died, like because she was like running away and like left them to deal with him.
Yep. So you have Gus's things. It's later in the day. You guys took a long rest at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I think so. It's probably like 8 o'clock now. By now it's darker out. It's still raining. So.
It can't rain all the time.
Has the bar downstairs been renovated yet? Is that room done?
Not really. It's been cleaned up a bit. It's actually more empty than it was. So some of the old furniture has been taken out. So it's kind of just been cleaned up a bit. It hasn't been fixed up yet.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a piece of paper and like out of my bag and like just or parchment and just kind of scribble a note onto it. Put it with his things and then take them and set them on top of the bar.
Okay.
The note will be primarily for our renovation crew to build the thing behind the bar that is like his shirt, his 2 weapons, his bag.
Yeah. When you pick up his bag, it's heavy. It's full of stuff.
Oh yeah. And I'm perfectly fine just hanging it on the wall, as is.
Okay.
The Stone of Galore is in there.
I was gonna say, we're not curious what random things he's been collecting.
Curiosities for later.
Just drawings of Lynn.
Like 60 pounds of them.
So much paper. Where did he get all that ink? So much ink.
Yep. All right. So you guys have the evening. You kind of just woke up, so.
Um,
I'm willing to try to call it a night and rest through, and let Lynn rest. Some
I'd
more.
rather. Yeah, I think I'd rather us get a good start in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything like I would feel like doing.
Yeah. Understandable. You guys can just have a quiet evening at Troll Skull Manor.
Yeah, this is a whiskey night, not a tequila night. Drink and sleep.
And I would continue to try to work with sleep much more aggressively to try to communicate and work on training so things like this wouldn't happen again.
Yeah.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Yay! I've been reading my book. Do I get advantage?
What book?
The book of animal handling for snakes. Snakes and caretaking that I got at the bookstore. What's it called? It's in my equipment. You let me buy it. It's on you, DM. Book on taking care of my flying snake is exactly what I have written in my equipment.
You have the flying snake book.
All right. So for animal handling, I have a -1, so that's only an 18.
Okay. You seem to have a good session of just like trying out some combat maneuvers or some strategies.
Sweet.
I can't remember when Lynn was describing what happened to us. Did she mention the bit at the beginning when the dude mentioned a drow?
I haven't.
Okay.
I mean, if we talked more before we were interrupted, I probably would say. I don't know. I don't think I would say something about it the first day because I'm
Yeah,
like
it
processing
makes
what
perfect
happened
sense
after.
before
Like
you-
I
I
wouldn't
just
be
wanted to
thinking
double check.
like, oh, by the way, I have a new clue on that thing we were working on. Like
Yeah.
maybe tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yep. You guys can have a calm evening. Dandrill, your room is still kind of full of building supplies at the moment.
To the basement.
To where the
There's still the remains of the children down
Yeah.
there.
No,
Dude,
no,
you-
yeah, you're not sleeping down there.
You can always bunk in my room. There's the library. There's
There's
Grant's
several
unfinished room.
places.
I'm gonna get I'll sleep in a bathtub with a bottle of whiskey. Not the
Okay.
first time I've done that in my life.
I think if I look at the map, the bathtubs that are available are off of Lynn's room and off of Nightbreeze's room.
The one off Night Priest's room.
I think is there another one?
Unlike some people, Dandriel tries to keep it appropriate.
Yes, they haven't built the new bathroom yet.
Yeah, that's more than fine with me.
So
Yeah.
it would be here. Something fell over. I don't know what it is.
That ghost.
Yeah. You guys also know that Gus had some stuff in his room. So he probably has some stuff here.
I wouldn't even fathom going in there at any time soon.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys can take another long rest.
Yep.
It may or may not be all that restful, but there's nothing disturbs you in the night.
Two attempts at a long rest on a day like that should hopefully adequately work.
Alright, yeah, the next day comes, you hear some of the hustle and bustle of people in the alley getting set up for their day.
Yep.
If you look outside at all, it's pretty foggy out today, but the rain seems to have cleared up.
Did we clear up the whole situation with the people on our lot paying
Oh, Lynn's about to go get angry with some folks.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking about it.
Because
Because we left it kind of. We like walked away and like let Trugworth deal with it,
I
right?
think Treadworth is handling it. People are paying him right now.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I just thought of it.
Yeah, he'll probably like roll it into your just tavern upkeep expenses or income with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll handle that. And yeah, one thing you well actually have all of you make an perception check.
By the way, I don't know anything about the children or the dead body children.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
No, we did not
Y'all
tell
haven't
you
told
that.
me
Purposely
anything
haven't
about
told
that.
you.
Yeah,
Just
that,
so we're all clear that I don't know anything about a huge portion of what's happening.
Perception of 14.
1. Natural.
That's fair. You've been drinking all night.
Yeah.
Lindario
23
and
for
Night Breeze, the thing that you notice is what you
And I
don't
sleep it.
notice are the construction sounds. They didn't show up this morning. So there's no other workers here yet.
Maybe they're taking the day off.
Is Treadworth around? Has he shown up?
He hasn't yet. So what time do you guys think you're waking up? I'm assuming not early, but
I think I probably am up early.
okay.
On a rare occasion, Dandriel's probably up early.
After an aggressive night with my snake, I would be up bright and early.
Phrasing.
Of course. I've got to.
I was just
That
in the
wasn't
other
on
room.
purpose.
I was right there.
He heard all sorts of weird noises all night. Actually, I think Lynn would have woken up very early and spent probably 5 or 6 and spent a good 3 hours with her horses.
Yeah.
So if you guys are up between then, you wouldn't see me.
Talmost Estate won't let you in. The servants.
They won't?
No, the servants there will say the family does not want any guests right now.
I'm not a guest. I'm these are my horses. They're literally stabled here.
I mean, they will offer to bring the horses out to you, but they won't let you in.
I flip out on them. Okay. No, I barge through. I really no.
Yeah. Okay. Make a strength athletics check.
You picked the wrong person to take away my quiet peaceful time. This is not the time. You said strength?
Yes.
Yeah. 17.
17 is pretty good. There's 2 of them there. One of them does not succeed. You said 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of them are trying to hold you down. You're pushing them back, and they're shouting out for other guards to come.
I jump over them. Can I do some sort of acrobatic flip?
Sure.
Okay.
This is great.
I guess Lindario's getting arrested today.
Yeah. Well. 16.
16. That's pretty good. And let's see if they do anything. No, you're able to break free from them, and you are entering the Talmost grounds. And,
I just run to my horses.
Yeah, you've got 2
Stable.
2 alerted servants chasing you and calling for more.
I don't care.
Okay. And you get up to where the stable is. There's several people inside tending to the other horses.
Yep.
And they hear.
I slow down and I just a little bit and briskly kind of go up to my horses and pretend nothing is wrong and that I'm supposed to be there.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take long before you have a good number of people coming in asking you to leave.
I'm just
So several of
Hugging.
them are like in armor. They're guards of the estate.
I'm like just like hugging like Nugget's neck and like just have like my face like in its like mane and just like ignoring everything.
Okay, and so you're not actively being hostile, so they're not gonna like attack you. But
Yeah.
they're telling you they're gonna have the City Watch come and remove you if you don't leave.
These are my horses. I'm just tending to my horses. I'm not bothering anyone. Can you please just let me do what I need to do?
Just make a persuasion check.
$18.
18's pretty good. One of them you see runs back into the house.
Like, these people know me. You know, like, they know that I'm friends with Gus. They know that, like, I would come in here all the time. I'm not, like, some stranger, like, accosting things here.
Yeah, that's why they're not hostile right now. But they've had instructions, so.
I'm not bothering the family. I'm not doing anything but, like, being with my horses. I'm just, like, brushing. Like, just have, like, my, like, head, like, against them and just, like, brushing.
Okay.
With my freaking brush that I got from Gus and probably crying.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one
Silently.
No, loud sobbing.
It will get to loud sobbing, like, really quick.
Yeah, you see that one servant comes back a moment later and whispers something to the others, and one of the guards comes up and says they agreed to let you stay for now, but they will ask you to leave by this afternoon.
That's fine. I just need, like, an hour.
Yeah, if you don't comply, they're gonna call the City Watch.
Thank you. I just need this small time.
Okay, we'll leave you be.
Okay.
And yeah, they disperse.
Okay. Well, I take like an hour or two, like, it's like my calming thing. Like, spending, you know, like, that's like my, like, calm release thing, is like spending time with my horses and like brushing them and cleaning them, and like it's that like routine thing that's very soothing. And so like I think Lynn needs that. So yes, I will spend like 1 to 2 hours doing that, and then I will just like quietly walk home.
Okay. Did you wake up before everyone else and head over there?
Probably.
She probably would have, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, when you guys get up relatively early, Lynn is already gone.
Great. So since we know nothing, I'm going to start panicking because she's gone again.
Maybe her brain was eaten.
Jesus. I want to go back into the bathroom. Dan.
Or maybe her bones are inside of one of the walls
Oh,
downstairs.
Jesus Christ. Dan.
What?
Lynn's missing again.
What? Oh, God damn it. It just like, Dan just like hops up and grabs whatever things he needs and starts heading towards the door.
Throwing his robe on, we've got an empty bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. Well, I'm now holding it upside down so I can clobber somebody with it.
Yep.
Improvised weapon.
Improvised weapon.
It's my new arcane focus.
I'm gonna, do the usual. I would check everywhere around the house. I would check. There are nearby stalls, anything like that.
I think y'all would know me enough to know that my morning routine is like with my horses. I don't think it would be too much of a stretch.
Right, and now we will go over and see if we can get onto Gus's.
Yeah, because
property.
us just assuming that other people, okay, when they're around, it went so well last time. I'm sure we're perfectly comfortable going, nah, she's
good. She's good. Everything's fine.
What's the worst that could happen? Right?
So we would make our way towards the Talmost property.
Okay. And yeah, the servants at the front of the
They're gonna be like,
tables
"Oh no, not
will
again!"
Stop you.
We're looking for Lynn. We
She-
want to be respectful to the family. Is she here?
She's here.
Is she?
She's been
Okay.
she's been asked not to stay very long.
That's fine. Can you just send word to her? Dan, do you want to just hang out right here? Is there a place we can get food nearby? I would ask the guards if they know of any places that are open that have food. We'll just you can just make something up. It doesn't have to be real. Is there a breakfast taco cart somewhere?
There
A waffle and sausage cart?
There isn't a ton right in your immediate area, which is why this is a good location for a tavern.
A guy with a crepe truck just like goes by, right?
Right. Crepes,
Perfect.
waffles, and sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just head over to the high road, I'm sure you can find some
Yeah.
traveling street food vendor.
Yeah,
or
because
actually,
I imagine
even in Troll Skull Alley, there's probably a vendor stall set up.
because we would have had to have eaten somewhere by now in the last 5/6 months.
Yeah, just
5
right,
days
right
less
in
6
Troll
months.
Skull Alley. There's vendors.
Uh,
probably someone serving pastries. There's probably fresh.
Yeah,
fresh
we'll let them know
produce.
that we'll go get breakfast and we'll come back to meet us back at Troll Skull, and we'll check there first if she's not back yet, because I don't like the idea with somebody who has hunted her and sucked Gus's brains out of his skull, her not being around others that can, swing a sword once or twice.
Okay, they acknowledge you and see you on your way.
Cool. We go get waffles. Sausage and waffles.
Nothing like some sausage first thing in the morning.
That's what I keep hearing.
So after a time of brushing horses, when you get ready to leave, the guards at the front gate will tell you that your friends came to see you, and that they would be waiting for you back at Troll Skull Manor. So I'd say after some time, you guys all regroup.
And I just like calmly stroll in.
Yeah.
I'm all zen now. I'm okay.
Yeah,
We would have gotten some extra food and had it there for whenever she gets back.
Yeah.
By mid-morning, some of the fog is lifted. It's still kind of an overcast day, but
Any sign of Treadworth by mid-morning?
yes. So I'll say while you guys are back there eating your waffles, Treadworth comes in, and he's like, "You didn't tell me that Augustine had passed away. I have no words. I'm sorry. We've called off all of the construction for today. Has a memorial service this evening. Just let me know if there's any way I can help."
We appreciate it. Some of his things have been given back to us. And Dan wrote you guys a note. It's over there on the bar. We would like to find some kind of way to memorialize our friend with his equipment hanging behind the tavern walls, or hanging on the tavern walls. But if you guys would like to resume work as soon as possible, it would be greatly appreciated.
I mean, also, we haven't heard back about what we found in the basement yesterday. I think everyone would feel more comfortable if that was taken care of.
Yeah, that seems right. Should manage that first, and then we'll get back to work. If there's anything that we can do to help with that, just let us know.
I mean, I think we're waiting for the city watch at this time, and I assume they'll have priests of Kalimvor come over and bless the remains and bury them. It's not much we can do to help. And he'll kind of just let you guys be.
We would probably just spend the afternoon hanging out around the house.
You know, you're just kind of just waiting until evening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Planning out Gus's memorial statue.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah, thanks, chat.
If we're like sitting around and just like kind of like hang out, I will bring up about how the monster thingy mentioned that it was a drow that we're looking for the killer. He asked me. He mentioned it. He knew what I was here for. But he said that he was a drow.
The drow population of Waterdeep is pretty small, right?
Since you've been here, Dandriel is the closest thing to a drow you've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a small influx a couple of years ago when I showed up due to a religious happening, but that was a very small influx still.
It was just the trees, dude. It was just the trees.
Well, Dandriel, you would think there are at least some drow that you know of, but they tend to wear a disguise, so they don't appear as drow.
Yeah.
So they're very difficult to pick out.
There wouldn't be some sort of registry or something like. No, but like no.
We're gonna go to all the stables and ask all of them. Do they have any drows?
Did they tattoo numbers on their
No.
They like to back out of the city.
I was trying to remember, like, when you register when you come into the town, do they make note of your race? Like everybody, not certain buddies. Everyone. That's what I was trying to remember. No, I wasn't going there, you bad people.
They do take note of basically, it's just an accounting of how many citizens are there, so they can estimate their tax budget.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really keep that close of a track of it.
Okay. I just couldn't remember, like, what all we said when they're like, how long are you here? What are you doing? You look this color. Checkbox, you know?
Jesus.
They do that! Come on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, if there's
Do
anything
you need
like
a shovel?
that,
Because you can just keep digging. Like, anytime.
if there's any information like that, you don't know of it or how you would access it.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Not saying any other races are any inferior or anything. I was just asking if there's an accounting of it. Because everyone asks that. You get asked what you identify with all the time.
So, you guys now think there is a drow out there somewhere killing elves and half-elves.
Sweet.
Um,
So add that to compendium of knowledge.
Yep.
I think we would probably talk more about what the so we figured out that was off stream. We figured out that it was an illithid, right? Is that correct? Yeah. Well, the mind flayer, regardless.
Yeah, you guys know that in character now. So I don't think you've said that to Lynn, but Dan put the pieces together and discussed it.
Yeah, and I said it. I said it in front of her when the cops were there.
Oh, okay.
Because I questioned them as to why they were not surprised.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk a little bit more just to kind of spend the day just figuring things out and preparing for the memorial service, but also to figure out, you know, what are we going to do about the request to write the story, you know, to correct the story that's being told. Like, there's a big part of me that just wants to go after these guys and kill them all.
Lynn is just feels like we're already deep into something that we can't handle. And would be very hesitant about getting further.
Well, I mean, we have some good allies, or at least I perceive them as allies.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Well, do we want to swing through and see if we can get in touch with the Black Staff or any of the members of, was it the Silver Hand? Is that it?
Gray Hand.
Gray Hand, yes. And then maybe go check in with Mert, see if we can get any info. I think Dan's in the mood to give this information and ask for more information from pretty much every lawful, vengeful faction he can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on where we're at in the day. It's up to we know how much time we have, DM, but
You probably have a few hours before you have to arrive at the City of the Dead.
let's talk to Mert when we can, and I also want to loop back and talk to Davil. We can send a letter from experience. Let's just send a letter to the Black Staff.
Yeah.
And let her know that we may have more information and we need to talk about what has happened with her as well.
Can your snake deliver the letter?
I don't know if he's trained well enough to do that. I don't. Would Nightbreeze know if he could do that?
You think he probably could if he knew the destination, which you don't think he knows the city very well.
Yeah, he hasn't. He doesn't have the DM's map in front of him. He doesn't have hands to hold out the map. So, but we could find a courier to take something.
Yeah.
Are they? Well, Lynn doesn't know this, but if the kids are around,
Oh yeah, if the kids are around, we can send the kids. They're going to be coming back with money anyway.
Yeah, you haven't seen them so far today, but you are expecting them back this afternoon.
So I think we would talk to Lynn about the fact that we're adoptive fathers.
What was it? A jade you gave them? I'm trying to remember.
It was oh god, I gave them I think 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, because you gave them a jasper the first day, right? And then you gave them 3 jades.
Yeah, 3 jades, and I think I also gave them the one from the Skull's Eye. I'm looking through my equipment and I don't see any of those gemstones anymore.
Yeah.
So I gave them, it would have been the 3 jade, and then there was another one that we got from the Eye of the Skull.
Yeah, that was the one you gave them the first, or the second time you'd met them.
Okay.
Yep, and then you gave them 3 more.
Okay, yeah. So, Lynn, on top of everything else, we've kind of befriended this little small group of aspiring adventurers. They are incredibly young, and they kind of been hanging out a little bit, so you'll probably see them around.
okay.
I can't think of anything else right now.
Would you tell Lynn about the body?
That's what Dan's debating.
Because
I would say
Lynn
was
heard
Lynn.
Shredwith talk about something downstairs.
Is she not going to ask about it?
Invite people come.
No, I think Treadworth came while you were with the horses. So we
did he?
kind of juggled that timeline
Okay,
a little bit.
That's fine. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
never mind. I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, I would talk. I would talk more about the kids. I would let you know that there's
Just keep talking about those kids. Yeah. Nothing to worry about here.
There's an older girl. She's deaf and they speak with their hands. It's kind of really cool. I'm trying to learn it. There's 2 young boys. They want to. One of them wants to be a wizard and learn magic. And we've been, giving them some money. They helped us when we were, out performing, and we're just, we're trying to give them a better state in life. So we've offered them to work here once we get this place up and running.
Okay.
So we're all parents. Yay!
Yay.
There's a picture of them hanging out in the dock ward by the fair. There might be a drow assassin in the background.
Stop. Now I'm going to have to, go search it.
It would be the shadowy figure standing in the back to the left of the second flag, with his rapier drawn. We shall kill him. And his skin will adorn many books.
Why?
I don't know.
Why not?
I was like, oh, okay.
That's weird. Okay. So you guys just hanging out at Trollskull, or you plan to go somewhere with it for a few hours?
We would need to find a courier. We would have to find a courier to send a letter to the Blackstaff, but that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, you can do
Probably
that.
send a letter to Mert as well then.
Yeah.
So just do letters to both of them, and then we'll meet up with Davil at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say it's 5 copper to have a letter sent.
No, if it's 5, why don't we send letters to all 3?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's 15 copper total?
Sure.
I got it.
Okay.
Are we sure that we can trust Davil?
I believe so.
The thing that attacked me thought we were working for the Zentarum. That may not be a point in our favor in dealing with these people.
But it's people who we could have by our side in the event we run into them again. What's the saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend?
I mean, I'm all for keeping close, but I'm hesitant about sharing.
Oh, we could be selective in what we share, by all means.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we need to, be an open book with what has happened.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to have others on the hunt.
We didn't ask anything like what happened to the monster, or what happened, like he just killed 3 more people, then like ran off. Like they didn't say.
Yeah, I can go back and,
Like,
and add in details. They can explain to you that that group of City Watch veterans came in to join the fight to try and help. They were more or less losing the fight. They had a bunch more people were called in to help, and the creature seemed to cast a spell and disappeared once it was seemingly outnumbered.
Okay.
But it put up quite a fight.
I assumed something similar, but I guess closure of understanding.
Yeah, it fought for a while and then disappeared. All right, you have sent letters.
Yep.
I'm sure you could have found someone in the alley that can provide that service.
Yeah, and the letter to Mert, Dandriel would probably want to write, and he would absolutely be an open book to the Harpers and give them pretty much everything.
Okay.
And let them know about the Mind Flayer, the drow that's apparently killing people, anything that I have on their motivations, blah.
Okay. So you've sent a letter to Mert. You're sending a letter to, is it Davil?
Yeah, it would be more along the lines of, in case he hadn't heard that Gus had fallen, that it involved a Mind Flayer, that we are, and we hope to be in contact with him soon.
Would you drop the nugget that the Mind Flayer's aligned with the Xanathar?
I would, unless you guys tell me not to.
That's the nugget that I think is worth giving them, because
Okay.
they might act on it without us.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine pointing those two groups at each other.
Yeah. Then we could kind of stand back, get some jerky.
They're already kind of pointed at each other.
I was gonna say we
Yeah,
somehow
we're just-
got in the middle of it before.
I'm just gonna keep encouraging Matt as I continue to eat beef jerky.
And are you informing Davil of anything you've learned about the Stone of Galar?
No.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
He hasn't asked for it, right?
No.
Yeah, then no. It would serve no purpose.
And you said you're sending a letter to the Blackstaff?
Yeah, letting her know that our situation has changed, that we are certain that she has heard of Gus's untimely demise, that we will be attending his memorial this evening. We seek an audience to look for an exchange of information based on some of the things that we have found out for what she has sent us for, and to see if she could help us in any direction.
Okay. Are you informing her of any of the other details?
I'm trying to think. What was the last thing she sent us for? I know we have your notes.
The last thing she
actually sent you for herself was talking to the monk on the mountain.
But pretty much about the fight between the Zentarum and the Xanathar.
Yeah.
And what's going on in the city.
Yeah.
Who gave us
indirectly? You were.
Wasn't that the job for the dung sweepers?
Yeah, indirectly you were given the job to talk to Jalister for the Lord's Alliance, who had a job for the dung sweepers.
Right.
But you never actually talked with the Black Staff about that.
I would just be not wanting to have letters fall into the wrong hands. I would want to not include any names, but say that we have some more pertinent information surrounding the Xanathar that we would like to share at her earliest convenience.
Well, we pretty much told her that we would find out more information about Erstal Floxton. I think it's where we left it, where she's kind of like, well, get me more information about that. Like,
yeah. So we have more information about Erstal, but I would not put. So I would say something like, we have more information about the person that you've asked us to find out about. I don't want to put any names in the paper, but I also don't want to give away anything. I want to force the audience.
Okay. So you send out your letters. So anything else you're doing this afternoon?
Probably just making sure my dress robes are clean and tidy, because I assume this is a dress-up event. But I'm going for as little flash as possible.
Make a history check.
I actually have questions about what I should be wearing too. So.
Wow. Okay, that D20 is dead to me. That's a 6.
I don't think you've attended many funerals in Waterdeep, let alone a noble's funeral. They did call it just a memorial service. They didn't really call it a funeral. So you're kind of not sure where the dress code is at.
Gotcha.
How are the Silent Rain viewed in Waterdeep? Are they okay, or are they frowned upon?
As far as like just general mercenary groups go, like Waterdeep is full of adventurers and mercenary groups, so they're not like that kind of work isn't frowned upon. If they were like on a case-by-case basis hired to act against the interests of the city, they would obviously be fought against. But I don't think there's any just animosity in general towards them.
All right, I would take a look at either the clothes that I have or my Silent Rain uniform and see what's more appropriate to wear to this.
Yeah, and I don't think the city has any specific relationship with them, but I don't think they would have any problem with the Silent Rain members coming through the city.
Okay, probably wear the Silent Rain then.
Are they upstairs?
They can be wherever they want, because I think at first when you came back, you kind of just grouped up in the tap room, and then you guys wrote letters and sent them out, so you can do as you wish.
If they went upstairs to get ready, Lynn would look in Gus's bag, like when they weren't there.
Okay.
Sneaky.
Oh, that's risky.
If you open the bag, the first big thing
Curiosity
on top...
killed the cat, but whatever.
The first big thing on top of the bag is his chain shirt. That's kind of stuffed in there, and it's heavy and
Okay.
it's kind of on top.
This is how you find somebody's unmentionables.
Well.
Go ahead and,
Okay, I'll take that out because I know that that was Dan's, right? Wasn't the shirt, or was it the armor?
No, that was the one that I bought and then realized I couldn't wear, so I gave it to him.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll set that to the side.
Are you intended to just like poke around, or are you trying to like go through everything?
If I know they're gonna be up there for a while, I will like go through and kind of like lay some things out.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Because like the chain, obviously, we're gonna want to be on his little thingy. Like, oh, what am I investigation? That is a 18.
Okay, here's a bunch of things that you found.
Oh shit.
There's a bag with 1,000 ball bearings.
Okay.
There's a metal bell. There's 24 copper pieces. There's a crowbar. I found 2 daggers.
Is this like the Mary Poppins bag? I'm like,
Yeah, it's an adventurer's backpack. It's not like a bag of holding. It's just
I know.
most of it's just standard equipment. There are 4 daily food rations,
Okay.
2 flasks of oil. I found 7 gold pieces. There's a hammer. There's 50 feet of hempen rope. There's a hooded lantern. There are 6 pitons. Ten pieces of string. There's a sealed envelope.
Is there, I'm not even there. I can't even ask.
There's 38 silver pieces.
38.
Yep. He has a thieves' tools kit. There's a tinderbox.
Is the guy's profile on it?
And there's a water skin. And that's it.
Okay. The chainmail and the daggers I set out like to the side next to his rapier and short sword. Was that all the other things that were there?
Yeah, the rapier and his short sword were
Yeah.
with his backpack.
So I'll set all those out as like the separate things. I don't know why, but I want to take the 10 pieces of string.
Okay.
And I will put all the rest of it back. I'll leave the money out and ask the guys what they want to do with it. But everything else I'll put back in the bag, except for obviously the envelope. I am going to inspect said envelope.
Yeah, it seems to be addressed to the Troll Skull Syndicate.
Oh, well then I will open it.
Okay.
No, I'm not opening someone else's mail. It's my mail.
Hey guys, if you're reading this, I'm dead.
If you're reading this, I found more important people than you. I appreciate my glistening.
If you're reading this, fuck you, Nightbreeze. Shut up.
Oh, I need to to send you a friend request from this account. Just a minute.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Whispers.
Oh. So, those waffles we had this morning were fantastic.
So I sent you a link.
Oh, okay.
I love waffles.
And the way they put that sausage in the waffle? I don't know why you asked them to add the blue dye to the waffle mix, though.
Oh, no. I was going to make that joke, but I stopped. No blue waffle jokes.
Okay, you guys have to give me a second to read
So
this.
inside the envelope, there is a letter.
Do not Google blue waffle.
Don't do it.
Do not.
Don't do it.
From the guy that told you to check the Bad Dragon website, do not do that.
No, you don't want to know.
Okay.
Chat is getting out of hand.
Alright.
I'm not even watching chat.
So Lindara found a letter addressed to the Troll Skull Syndicate, and has all of Gus's items neatly organized that she pulled out, and the rest is tucked away back.
I need to add my string to my.
Yep. And so
What color string is it?
I don't know if it. I think it's just standard equipment.
Okay.
String. It's
all the colors of the rainbow.
It's under adventuring gear.
Okay.
Each one is a 10-foot length of string.
Okay.
And it's probably goes along with the thieves' tools, so I'm gonna guess it's either plain string or it's black.
Okay.
I'll let you decide what you
Okay.
want.
Lynn's idea is to do some sort of embroidery for his little thing that we're doing on the wall with it. So she will keep that for later. The note I will pocket. I mean, I'll go up and I'll tell them that I just organized his things.
Okay. I think Nightbreeze is probably dressed by now, and Dan, I'm not sure what you were doing, but for convenience of the story, you had left the tap room.
I'll give the letter to Nightbreeze.
Okay.
And just tell him that and just say like well, I'm assuming we're all kind of together, but I'll hand it to Nightbreeze and say I've found it too.
Okay, then I'll just put it in there for you all to see.
I would probably pocket it and say, because are we getting ready to leave at this point?
You got a little bit of time.
Oh, then I'll read it.
Yeah. And if everyone is reading it now, someone can read it out loud to the stream.
Who
would like that honor?
Dan, Lynn, Smiles, and Old Guy. Damn it, Josh. If you are reading this, it is because I am no longer of this existence. Behind the incredible good looks, charm, and personification, the word legendary was a simple man. I need to move it to this screen. Sorry, guys. Was a simple man. While I grew up with a metaphorical silver spoon in my mouth, I always wanted something different. I chose to leave my home against my parents' wishes. They never forgave me for that. In their eyes, I have always been the problem of the family, the embarrassment. I understand that I could be hard to deal with, sometimes uncouth and self-absorbed. You all showed me through your actions how I could be a better person. I apologize for being difficult, and I appreciate you all never giving up on me. I wanted nothing more in life than to find a group of friends to call my family. I wanted fame and fortune without the ties to the Talmost name. However brief, I feel like I had that. Even though my time with you has been short, I wanted to say thank you for accepting me as your friend and leader, Gus. Each of you had a meaningful impact on my life, and I can assure you that the people of Waterdeep are safer with you here. Fight on, and please remember me not for who I was, but who I was becoming. Sincerely, Lord Augustine of House Talmost, Sword of the Silk, and Viscount of Ardeep, he who glistens like the sun, Gus. P.S. I still think Gus's Glorious Goon Squad would have been a better name. P.S.S. If you are reading this and I am not dead, all of it is a lie. So I think we should frame this and put this on his memorial wall.
Yes.
I can use the strings to embroider it in the backdrop.
There you go.
Ooh, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to embroider that whole thing with the string. Because you said, like, there's, like, 10-foot pieces or whatever. And then we can put his, like, swords and things. It'll be cool. Oh, maybe have it, like, trail around. You know how you do it on the trim on the side? Like, the words, like, on the border? Something like that.
So anything else you guys are doing to get ready before you head out?
I mean, this isn't a dressy thing. Lynn doesn't have, like, any dressy clothes besides the opera clothes, and I don't think it's appropriate for that. I don't think I would change anything.
I would make sure my sword is polished. I do it for the head shakes and the size, man.
Prepare for that funeral combat.
Yep. You never know.
He's preparing for
Well,
something. That's for
I almost did. Oh.
All right, let's go ahead and take our break here, and we'll pick up in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back shortly. All right, we are back, and I have audio for everyone.
Audio for everyone.
Ooh.
All right. So you guys are getting ready to head over to the memorial service. Treadworth meets you when you get outside.
Good audio check. What was that? Sorry.
You guys are just getting ready to head out to the memorial service. Treadworth meets you outside.
Okay.
How was Treadworth dressed?
He is in his priestly robes with his holy symbol of Joaquin prominently hanging around his neck.
Hmm.
So for him, it's like his more business attire, but as a priest, which is weird because he's a priest for the god who does business. So, yeah, it's interesting.
You wearing his business socks?
Probably.
So much about socks.
So much about socks.
And
This episode should just be called Socks and Other Stuff.
Gus's junk drawer.
Phrasing.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't have a whole lot to say. He just kind of groups up with you, and you guys can walk together.
Yep.
but I'd probably make your way down. Find your way into the City of the Dead. Lynn's been through here quite a number of times. It's the best open park in the city. It has the lush grass and foliage amongst different mausoleums and grave sites. It's just kind of a fresh open space, more so than the rest of the city.
As we're going, I'm like picking little like flowers or things that I see. Cool leaves.
Yeah, and you see there are other just people kind of casually sitting out here. Not too many people like picnicking out. It's still kind of a gross, cloudy day, but there's people enjoying their outdoors. There's some people visiting grave sites, but that's kind of in the minority here. People are more here to just kind of relax and hang out than to actually visit the graves. But there's some of that. And you make your way down, you see there is a good crowd of people here already. There is a small building that is clearly labeled as the Talmost Mausoleum. And I'll have you guys make a perception check.
14.
12.
17.
Okay. Yeah, it is almost dusk. The sun is probably with the mountain. It's probably casting a pretty good shadow across the city, as it does in the evening in spring, and trying to think what I'm saying. Yeah, it's getting dark. And there's a good number of people here. You recognize Lady Regina Talmost. I think all of you have met her before at Gus's house. You see next to her, you assume, is Lord Owen, who you've heard Gus talk about, his dad. I don't think you've met him. And with them are their children, who you've heard spoken of, Owen, Ainsley, Lorem, and Elizabeth. I think you've only met Lorem and Elizabeth previously. You also recognize the Manthars. They were the host of the party that you all met each other at. And you see Lord Victoro Castellanter and a woman you assume is his wife. And there's a good crowd with all of these people. There's these nobles. There is a crowd of people around, all wearing the house colors. They seem to be kind of muted, though. It's like they have a somber event uniform for the servants. So they are muted colors, but you have the Talmost, the Castellanters, and the Manthar house colors. There's another group of nobles that you don't recognize. You haven't met them before. And with all the nobles and the servants, it's a pretty good crowd of people here already. You do see priests of Kalimvor here, and priests of another group. I'll have all you make a religion check.
Oh, I'm gonna fail that.
10.
10.
15.
15, Dandriel, you recognize priests and priestesses of Soon.
Which god was that?
The god of beauty, essentially. And now that you see that, you kind of it kind of clicks. You've seen some basically soon symbols in the Talmost estate, so you kind of put the pieces together now that they were followers of Soon. Gus
Gotcha.
never really mentioned that. And so yeah, there are. It is set up. There are basically seats for some of the crowd to gather, and there are other commoners here. There's people from the City Guard, City Watch. You think some people from Gus's past work in the City Guard, some of his friends from there have shown up. So you guys just come up and take a seat, or what are you doing when you arrive?
I would give my condolences to the parents.
They are. They're kind of separated from everyone else. You'd have to like make an insight check.
Insight. That would be a 17.
17. At this point, you feel like it wouldn't be appropriate to like go over up to them just yet. There might be some time like afterward to interact more with the family.
Okay.
This
is my first time at the rodeo, right?
Yeah. It might be in Waterdeep. You don't really know their customs, but like no one else is like they're not. These people aren't mingling. You see them there, and the Talmost family is kind of up front, isolated from the rest of the people.
Okay. Then yeah, just take our seats.
Yeah.
And as you're seated, you see some more people come in. You see Renair shows up, and you recognize Tashlin Yafira comes in and sits with the people with the City Guard. And a while later, as a couple minutes go by, the crowd's kind of silent for a group of this size. Like they're respectful of the event, and the priests of Kalimvor are kind of like acting like ushers for the remaining people finding a seat. You'd see 3 large carriages come in, which is these aren't as like well maintained as the regular city roads. These are kind of smaller like dirt paths, and so having like full carriages show up is kind of interesting. But a bunch of guards come out of the forward and rear carriage, and they help someone out of the middle carriage. You kind of get the impression that these are like super VIPs having this many escorts with them. And you see the first person you see come out, I think I have a picture that I have to make visible. There. You see this woman come out in extremely like well-tailored robes. She's tall. She has this intricate hairstyle, long hair running down the length of her to the ground. I'm not sure what else I can say about her. I'll have all of you make a history check.
18.
17.
17.
I'm setting a different DC for each of you. Lindario recognizes Laeral Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep. after she comes out, you see another figure come out that looks very different. I have to make it visible. He looks like this.
Oh, almost the same.
Yeah. It's this weird, almost ghostly purple robe thing with a mask. Walks slowly behind Laryl Silverhand. And it looks kind of creepy. But none of the other people seem to be reacting to it much. The guards around both of them seem like they're bodyguards, and they are here to do their job protecting both of them. So they come in. They take their place more towards the back of the group. They don't stray too far from where their carriage is pulled up, but they join to watch the memorial.
Mm.
And as everyone is here and seated, you see some of the priests of Kalimvor. They address the crowd, and they they address the crowd and to show that they are getting started with the service, and they invite Lord Talmost up to say a few words. And he looks over the crowd. He's kind of silent for a bit. It's kind of awkward. It takes him a minute before he speaks. And when he does, he kind of like takes a minute to like just compose himself and like think about what he's going to say. And he eventually says, "I don't have that much to say about Augustine. At times he wasn't even a great son. He had no interest in our family or our business. He wouldn't attend temple service and didn't even like the name we gave him. But I know he was in love with the people of the city. He worked for them. He died defending them. Augustine is a real hero of Waterdeep, and I'm proud of him, and I'm going to miss him." And he kind of turns back to his wife and his children, and he sits down. And so the priests of Kalimvor come up, and they do some blessings, and it's kind of just pretty generic funeral stuff. They say a prayer to Kalimvor to accept the body and the soul, and yeah, it's kind of not a lot of pomp and circumstance, not a lot of show here. They kind of just say a few words, and they want to say, here we dedicate the life of Lord Augustine of House Talmost, Sword of the Silk, Viscount of Waterdeep, Captain of the City Guard and Defender of Waterdeep, Slayer of the Xanathar, and leader of the Trollskull Syndicate.
Motherfucker.
And they close out their prayer, and people get up and start to leave. And that's about it. You see some of the people start going up to the family and say a few things. You see the weird, strange figure and Laryl Silverhand. They're talking to each other a bit, and they go up and talk to the Talmost family and some of the others. Yeah, so people are more mingling now. and you definitely see the guards on the perimeter are looking around, trying just to secure the area for anything.
Let me check my season really quick.
I think Lynn has been like super alert this whole time. Like really like watching the surroundings, see if there's like anyone being suspicious like in the crowd. Anything or like people kind of like far off, you know, like those creeps that like in the movies they come to the funeral but they're like far off leaning against a tree and it's always like a bad guy doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Looking out for that.
Make a perception check.
You know, every funeral in every movie goes like that. The bad guy that killed them is just chilling out in the background. It is a 19.
19. You do see, well, there are, I'd say, a couple, between the city guards who are there protecting the open lord and the guards of all the nobles they brought, there's several dozen, like, just bodyguard people here.
Yeah.
That's probably like half of the crowd is people there to protect the other people.
Yeah.
And so you notice a lot of them are also looking around, looking out for things the way you are.
Okay.
In addition to that, it's further away than I thought, but there are guard towers at the corners of the City of the Dead.
Okay.
You're pretty sure there's people up there watching over the area as well.
Okay.
So
I think Lynn is just generally suspicious of everything right now.
You see a lot of other people like you also suspicious of the area doing things.
Yeah, okay.
But that in itself doesn't seem suspicious because they're doing their job.
Okay.
Yeah, there's this is like the most secure area you've seen ever.
But you know, if there's that shady guy in black like leaning up against the tree and like throws his cigarette down and like walks away right before it ends, like that guy.
Yeah.
I'm watching him.
Yeah, so far you don't see that. You don't see any tentacle face monsters.
Okay, good.
You don't see any trail assassins.
Good.
Yeah, so you guys do anything as the crowd is starting to mingle a little bit?
How do they how does the family look? Like, I guess maybe like insight check, like emotion wise. Like, do they look? I mean, I know the dad's what he said was pretty like.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it look like they're being approached now, or?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I want to know like if they're actually sad about this or if they really like didn't care about him. That's an 18.
So what you get from kind of Lord Talmost's speech, he does seem sad by it, but there's more to it in that he's dealing with the pressures of like keeping up appearances as a noble.
Yeah.
So he's with that he's trying to downplay his loss a bit among the other families who are there, so it's not like our family just lost something, so now we're less than your family. He's trying to avoid that perception, while also trying to honor his son because he's expected to. So some of this, like you feel like he is sad about losing his son, but he's also trying to seem like it's not a big deal.
Okay.
And to some degree, there's more things going on than just having a funeral.
Yeah. Are the siblings like a little more emotionally affected, or is everyone just trying to like face to face?
There seems to be kind of a range there among the rest of the family. Some of his siblings like knew him better than the others.
Yeah.
And but they're all trying to just like this is a social event for them. There's other noble families here. There's social standing at stake, and they have all been like trained. They've grown up with training on like how to behave.
Yeah.
So you feel like that has that's kind of at play, and so some of your research into noble families has helped you like understand this, because otherwise, for like a normal person like grieving their loss, this is a really weird situation.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
knowing some of these extra factors, it kind of makes sense.
Okay. Are you going up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the parents and the family, and I'm gonna stab them with my rapier.
Combat.
Combat, go.
We lose another player character tonight.
And I would extend my hand, Lord Talmost. I can only imagine what your family's having to go through. I don't believe we've met. I am one of Gus's friends, Nightbreeze, from Troll Skull Syndicate.
And yeah, he'll greet you and
go ahead.
Yeah, he'll it's like, thank you for everything you've done. I know he respected his work in his adventuring group highly. I know you had his best interest in heart, and you've helped him quite a bit.
And I appreciate that, and I think it's important that you know. I mean, I've been around for a while, and I've seen a lot in my life. But I cannot imagine what you have experienced. But in losing this friend, the city's also lost a hero, because Gus gave his life for something bigger than himself, and that is what a hero is. And I think it's important that you know that to many people out there, they've lost a hero. Your son's done a lot of good, and I just hope that over time, as you work through this, that you are able to see that too.
Absolutely. He was valuable.
And if you need any help, you know where to find us.
Yep, we will. Thank you.
And I walk away.
Okay. Make a perception check.
A natural 20, so that makes it a 21.
Okay. So you overhear some of the things he is talking about with other people, and he is chatting with some of the other nobles there, and some of the just other people. You overhear him a couple things. So he's boasting about his son's relationship with the Castellanters, talking about how they became good friends, as well as the Manthars. So you hear him just trying to like play that social game a bit of like building connections with these other powerful families. But you kind of know the truth that you barely knew either of those families. But he's probably the Castellanters and the Manthars are here because they were invited to try to, as more of politics, for them to do business and
cool.
Politics.
All right, playing the season, and I rolled dice to figure this out. I'm going to pull out because I probably would have grabbed this, or I would even use my own. I would kind of lean in and hand over the gray hand token and say, and don't forget Lord Talmost. Gus, in the last few months of his life, was able to also become a very astounding member of the Grey Hands and has been in the personal accompaniment of the Black Staff. Have a good evening.
He's a little bit confused, I think, by that, but
I'm fine with that.
He seems to be excited to hear another connection of his son's brought up.
Yep. With that, I'm just going to walk away. I don't have time for his pestilent social games.
Okay. Is that anything else?
No.
Or anyone else?
Now, Dan's keeping as low a profile as he can.
There's no like casket or any of that type of stuff. It's just like a gathering of people to talk about
If
it.
it is,
More.
this is probably a closed funeral.
Well, yeah.
And Lynn throws herself on the casket. No!
It's like, no!
It's probably already in the mausoleum.
Okay.
But you didn't see a casket, or obviously you didn't see a body.
Okay.
And make another religion check.
Okay. 15.
Dandra, do you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
So you can beat a 15?
I cannot.
Okay. But we'll say you lend your knowledge that there were priests of Soon involved. With the god of beauty, they probably didn't want to show off the body of someone whose head was cracked open and brains sucked out.
Yeah.
So just for the, again, with the playing the social game and trying to be on top of the situation, they're not going to show off his actual injuries and
Yeah.
and what
I mean,
happened.
Lynn has never been to like a funeral, like probably like a real one. So I wouldn't be aware of what was standard or missing, probably for the most part. But I would take my little gathering of flowers that I had picked on the way and like set them like to the like side of the door of the mausoleum then.
Yeah, and there's other flowers there set up. But yeah, all in all, this seemed to be a religious service involving several different religions and a power play maneuvering nobles social thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, after some time goes by, the crowd starts to disperse. People get back in their carriages and head out.
If we're walking back to the house, on the way back, I will take my boots off and walk in the grass on the way back.
Okay. And as you are leaving, like it's pretty much dark now, but you see kind of all of these lights in the sky slowly drifting down over the city of the dead. I picture it like the scene in Tangled with all of the lanterns.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just kind of falling down. So you see them. Some of them have landed on the ground around you.
So like opposite, they're going down instead of up.
Yeah, they're coming down.
What is it that's falling?
They're just kind of like globes of light.
Oh. Can I pick one up?
You go over to let me double check it, but I think you can't actually touch it. Looking up some information real quick.
That's fine. I would attempt it even if it isn't.
Yeah. What happens when you...
Like the cat swatting at the light.
Does it look like the little globule of light that we saw down in the blue alley?
It does not. Okay, so it actually is.
Okay.
They are made of glass, so
Oh,
you
okay.
can touch it.
Okay. I'll pick one up and carry it back with us.
Okay. Yeah, you can pick it up and take it with you. It feels fairly for how dense it seems to be and it's giving off light, it only weighs about a pound.
Okay.
So it's fairly. It's giving off light and it's physically light.
Is it warm or is it just like neutral?
No, it actually it seems a lot like one of Dan's dancing lights, except
Okay.
it's glass.
Actually, okay, cool. So like a dancing light, essentially like encased in a glass globe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take it with me.
Okay. You guys are walking back.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, and Treadworth will walk with you for a bit, but when you get near the market, he'll say goodnight and be on his way. Yep, you make it back to Trollskull Manor.
I put the little globe in one of the little windows of the turret.
As soon as you let go of it, it starts to float away.
No, then I catch it back again.
Yeah, you can grab it.
Can I find some way to like tie it down? Make like a net over it?
Yeah, you can probably find something. It'll take you a few minutes, but
Alright, well whatever. I'll deal with doing that later.
Yeah.
But it's gonna sit in the window.
yeah, I'm sure you've got like scraps of cloth, or
Yeah.
you got string, or you got something.
Yeah.
That you can
I have lots
fashion.
of things.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I do that at some point. Not necessarily now.
Okay. Alright. Anything else going on for today?
No, I think probably just gonna head back.
What? How many days did we say we would, and then we were supposed to help those dung
Oh
sweeper
yeah, when
people?
is the dung sweeper work?
It's tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah, we go back and sleep. I'm going to change clothes and get ready to go talk to the dung sweepers.
Yep.
And,
All right.
I guess I can throw out, because I wasn't keeping my head in my notes the whole time. Before Treadworth breaks off, and actually probably even earlier in the day when he first talked to you, when he said he wasn't having any workers come today. Part of that is also because today's a holiday. Part of Joaquin Tide. This is guilds meet, so all of the guilds hold a yearly meeting on this day. So just because of the memorial, and because just to give you guys a break, and because of the holiday, he just kind of let everyone have the day off. But yeah, he's heading out to go to some guild meetings this evening. And you would know there are various like festivals and galas being held, dances in the market and the Field of Triumph this evening. So just information that today's a holiday. But that's it. But yeah, you guys were expected to report at Muskull Tavern at 6 bells.
Hey, so we would know what time we would need to get up and
Yeah.
all that fun stuff.
Yeah. And that is
Would
the plan.
having we're just following them around, right? I'm wondering if like bringing the horse and like cart is like an appropriate thing, or it's clear that we're just like walking there?
The job was described to you as like being guards.
Okay.
Because they were mostly because they were afraid of the faction war between the Zentarum and the Xanathar causing violence while they're trying to do their job. There was no mention of having horses or a cart. They just wanted people.
That's fine.
So that's all you know about. Alright, so you guys going to bed for the evening?
Let's do this.
Alright. Wake up. It's a new day. It is now the 8th. And
What's the weather?
let's find out. It's on the weather report. Partly cloudy, light fog. So yeah, again, reasonably good weather for the spring in Waterdeep. It's just cloudy. So it's actually a little bit nicer than it was the previous day. Yesterday was overcast. Today is partly cloudy. It's warmed up a little bit too. Yep, so bright, early new morning.
Leaving some bacon and egg biscuits to go.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Right.
Do we want to walk there or take like a
No, probably just walk.
car thingy?
We've made a good habit of walking through the city. Ugh.
I would say that between the overhearing the conversation, hearing the incredibly dismissive fake eulogy from Gus's dad, and having another full night's rest, I'm probably going to flip back to summer. So my hair is back to its usual color. My skin has the soft tan undertone, and my eyes are much brighter.
Okay.
Somebody be pissed.
And so summer was what you were at before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys recognize the old Night Breeze is back.
Okay. Well, I guess we are walking down there then.
And we're walking. We're walking.
Yeah.
We're walking.
All right. You guys know the path well
Walking
to the Dark Ward. It's like been your daily activity.
By the time we get to the dock ward, is it like light, like the sun is up a bit more?
Yeah, it's probably not quite dawn, but yeah, you have the morning sky light.
I just think like walking the streets of the dock ward in darkness would be uncomfortable for Lynn. So if it's lighter.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter. There's obvious activity. People starting their mornings already.
And where is it that we're meeting?
Mule Skull Tavern.
Is that nearby where like the attack happened?
That happened. Yeah, the attack happened probably around here. Where is that? So that's Mermaid Arms. You're kind of. I think it was here. So
Okay.
yeah, it's like a block away,
Okay, fun.
or a couple blocks. It depends on what you call a block. But from there to there.
Yeah. If we get close by, Lynn has like agitated, like noticeable agitatedness about being near there.
Yeah.
If I start to pick up on that, I would just remind you that you're not alone. You're not alone, and we're not gonna break the party until we decide to mess with the DM and split the party 6 different ways with 3 people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I would have
that's
also.
not
I would have
as much
also.
as it is just making it difficult for you.
Right. I would also would probably retcon a little bit when you mentioned the money. I would have said I think that money needs to go to Dan. I think there's already money that's owed to him from Gus.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I think I kind of like left it out there, like on the on the bar, and it's like that's it's there, whatever y'all want to do with that, and just leave it at that. So yeah, if Dan decides to take that, he can.
He probably will at some point, but he's still very much kind of in shock.
Yeah, that's why I just kind of left it there. Like we'll deal with that later.
Does interest compound when the owner of the IOU is deceased?
Depends if it's transferable.
Oh.
The debt's transferable, it does.
That's probably all up to Dandriel.
Okay. So we go in this place, mucking about.
Yep, you head in. I think Nightbreeze is the only one who actually went in here before. There's a small room with like a service window, and there's another door to go into the tavern. And that door you've known to be locked previously.
We would let the clerk know, because there was a place to knock and a clerk would answer, right?
Yeah.
We would let them know that we were requested to meet here by, what's the dude's name?
Ballister.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yes, you're here. You're the replacements. We'll have you head around to the side. There's a door on the side, and they will let you in there. The guildmaster will see you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yep. And you go around. It's easy enough to find a door and go in, and you are met by a human man. He introduces himself as Zolgos Helberod. He's like, hello, I'm the guildmaster of the Dung Sweepers. I believe you are here to help with some protection.
That's what we are here to do, yes.
Excellent, excellent. We are going to ask you to do just a little bit more. We've had some personnel issues. We have these 4 brothers who are on the Trades Ward crew. They are traveling to Baldur's Gate. They're attending a family wedding. So I don't really want to get into all the politics of it, but when something like this happens, I can't really just hire on a new crew, but we can hire some guards and have them kind of fill in. So we'd really appreciate you helping out for filling in on this short-term vacancy.
Jesus Christ.
We don't want to run afoul of any of the guild laws and city regulations.
Great.
So you're going to be working as dung sweepers for a 10-day.
For the additional request, how much are we going to be compensated in addition to what we were originally?
We'll pay you the standard wage. It's not bad.
Wait.
Yep.
You want us? No.
Yep.
We
Yep.
were hired to guard, not to do and deal with the do.
Yeah, we would like you to be guards as well.
How can?
I guess we guard ourselves.
Are we Yeah. What are we guarding? The poop?
And he'll shortly several other people come in.
I did not want to do this effing quest.
No.
You didn't have to. You went back and said you wanted to.
Well, you need the money to make your snake payment.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, you see 2 humans and a halfling arrive, and Zolgos introduces you to Cole Exit. He's the foreman of this group. He seems to be a cheerful human man in his late 30s. And like, don't worry, we'll go easy on you for the first couple days anyway. Well, it's not that bad of a job. I see you seem. I know you're surprised. You seem kind of down, but it's not that bad, and we'll get back here when we're done. We'll drink this evening. It's on me.
At the sound of couple days, things gonna be like,
Fuck me.
I thought this was just gonna be like for today.
This is for the whole 10-day. And he'll introduce you to the halfling, Jasper Streetclear. It's a silly name for a dung sweeper, but that's my name. I'm a 5th generation member of the Dung Sweepers Guild.
They want us to sweep poop for a week.
It's
Well, it's not just poop.
It's
It's
not
not
just
poop.
poop.
They're like the trash people.
It's all kinds of garbage and refuse.
Yeah, it's everything.
Several layers of poop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's an older human man. He's introduced to you as Camlin. He doesn't really say much of anything, but he's there. And after that, a tiefling woman runs in and is like, "Sorry, I'm late." And she, yeah, you don't even have to make a check. Dandra, you notice she's wearing a number of different holy symbols.
Mhm.
It's like she's like covered her bases with all the gods.
She's a god groupie.
Yeah. And her name is Faith.
But
I would say before we get it, can I have a quick moment of privacy? I'm going to take my friends. I want to talk really quick before we dive
real
head
quick,
first.
we need to get started.
2 minutes.
Okay.
So I would pull you guys aside and say, look, we have the opportunity to continue to look for this drow while we're helping these people out. I know it's not a desirable job, but I'm sure we've all done crap we're not too proud of. So this is an opportunity to kind of continue on looking for those responsible for many bad things, let alone Gus.
Well, didn't he say it's the trades ward crew? Trades ward?
yeah, the thing is, we're
Or
gonna
we
be. in the
were-
Oh, is that what he
trades
said?
ward.
Is it the trades ward? Fuck me.
Yeah, if we were in the dock ward, this would at least be helpful. Instead, it takes us to a place we don't want to be.
So what is it that we're like expected to do? Like what?
Clean the streets and keep the other street sweepers safe for a 10-day.
Or are you
Every
asking? Are you just saying that in general, or are you asking the?
I'm asking the guy.
Yeah.
We have a route that we take. There's just general cleaning up the streets. There's several stops where we have to sometimes do an extra job. We'll show you along the way. It's not difficult.
We will do this for a trial. We will do 2 days, and that is all that I can agree to. That's what I'm saying. I can't agree to doing 10 days of this.
Oh, okay. We'll try to make something work out. We really need the help.
Yeah, and that's just not the help that we were commissioned or expected to do.
And he kind of just paused for a minute. Then he laughs. He's like, "How about this? If we find any good dung, it's yours up for grabs." So basically, you can get that if they find any trash that's like worth something, you'll get the first pick of it.
Yeah, like the
Sure.
Stone of Galore.
Yeah.
That doesn't really like do anything for me.
This
I'm
is
just
how
like,
we find the stone of Galore. This
Okay.
is it. Yeah.
It's
This is
it's in someone's poop.
Yeah.
Do we
Well,
have
you
any
know-
other
actually
leads?
swallowed it, and then like it's in their feces, and we'll just like dig through it.
Here's the thing: if we start this quest, it's a
We're gonna-
10-day of this every day.
Yeah, in the trade. That's why I said 2 days. That's all I'm promising you. That is generous. I would
Well,
just say 1 day, honestly.
Out of character, DM.
Mhm.
Would your intent be for this 10 days that we're going to be doing like a roll to see if anything happened kind of thing?
A little bit. There's a couple
Okay.
ways it can go. I wouldn't go like moment by moment through each day.
Thank
doing
God.
this
Oh
for
yeah,
like
please,
months
no.
in real time.
The dexterity
Yeah, please,
check.
no.
Oh, you failed and you got poop all up to your wrist.
I don't know how long this would take in real time, but I don't. I think if you do all 10 days of this, I think we would be done by the end of next week. And if you do all 10 days of this, there's a good chance that all your renovations will be done by the end of it.
Did we have anything else that we'd signed up for during this 10-day that we're expected to be
The only
doing?
thing in your quest log is finding the assassin.
Yeah.
Well, and finding out more about
Yeah, you have the general inquiry on the Stone of Galore, but nothing
yeah,
else.
and the what's his name?
Yeah.
Erstal
You
Floxton.
have information, and you're just continuing to try to gather information, but as far as like you don't have any ongoing commitment to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down. Let's do this.
From
Yep.
there, group is walking you back up. They're starting at the north end of the trades ward. So you're walking pretty much most of the way back the way you came.
I would find out if there's a way that we can meet them there instead of walking all the way down and coming back up
Every day.
every day.
Yeah, we can discuss that.
Okay.
He kind of jokes like, well, if we get to drinking, you might be spending the night at Musical Tavern.
You never know.
I'll give him one of those ha 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 ha.
So
I feel like-
Skull Tavern is the place where we met them, which is in the dock ward, right?
Yes, that's.
Did they give us like supplies and things? Do we have like a sweep and a dustbin that we're like shoveling this stuff in?
Yeah, they've got a big cart with basically trash.
Okay,
bags.
it's in the cart.
Yeah. Let me.
Is it being pulled by a horse that can talk?
I'm gonna try talking to it.
I'm talking to myself the whole time, like anger, like muttering. You know, like stupid. No, we're gonna do this.
As much as possible, I'm using things. I'm using like gust or shape water to try and pick up the trash, as opposed to do anything with hand tools.
Okay, I'm gonna start with have everyone roll a d6.
D6?
Okay.
6.
6.
2.
Okay.
We know what you found.
I found the number 2. Lots of number 2.
So most of the first day is, at least the first morning, is pretty uneventful. We'll just go look at the map for a bit. You start up here, kind of at Andemir's Street and the High Road. In this little section, you see the Monastery of the Sun. That is a big temple. I don't have any more information about it, which is interesting. Where is that listed?
Lathander.
It's called It's not Lathander's. I don't think. It's the home of the Order of the Sun Soul, which I don't know what that is. So that's a DM fail. It's a temple to Aminator. If anyone wants to make a religion check beyond that.
18.
18. You know a bit that Aminator and Lathander, some people think they're the same person, the same god. Others think that Aminator was replaced by Lathander. Some people believe that Lathander is a fraud and Aminator is the real god. So you think most of the people who would worship here are in that latter group? They're all about some Aminator. And you do notice that Faith has a holy symbol to both Lathander and Aminator.
Of course she does.
Yeah. But yeah, they have some trash that you have to pick up specifically.
Picking up that trash.
Yeah, you head back, you wind back through the next alley. You get to. I mean, it's not interesting work, but it's not bad. You're just kind of picking up people's trash, throwing it in the cart. And you've got 4 other people helping you, and they know what they're doing. They've done this every day for years, probably. So they've got this pretty much down. Yeah, you head through Thelm Lane. They take a short break there. I should. Yeah, you see the halfling takes a quick break and smokes a pipe.
I think Lynn is like being the most like unenergetic in everything she's doing. You know, it's like when you tell that like the teenager to like clean their room and they're like dragging their feet. I think that's what Lynn is doing.
Dan is desperately looking for the people that have been trying to harass the dung sweepers. Desperately looking.
Yeah, so far you haven't seen any. There hasn't been any like. There haven't been any issues yet. They're mostly afraid of getting caught in what you've seen in the dock where people were dead in the street. They're trying to protect themselves from that. But they were also, you get that they were just trying to circumvent some guild laws to hire more people quickly to fill a vacancy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of both. But yeah, Jasper will pass around his pipe if anyone else wants to try to make the dull work more tolerable.
No.
Sure. Why not? Make a wisdom saving throw.
Constitution.
You're familiar with the halfling leaf that they smoke?
Spice?
It's not drug cigarettes.
Oh.
But it's not bad.
Okay.
You continue on to. I'm switching back and forth between different documents, so you finish that section. You get to the Inn of the Dripping Dagger. You're familiar with that? They've got some refuse from their kitchen to take out. You head over. Wish I had a better way to organize this.
The Lord's Alliance like owes us like so so much.
Yeah, you head over here. There's a wizard's tower, and they come out and have some stuff to drop off. And keep going.
Y'all thought delivering packages
Yeah, this is
was a thing.
This is after last week's episode. This is entertaining stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Cleaning up streets, taking out people's trash. Yeah, you keep going for a while. It's not a lot of interesting stuff. There is over here. You get around the south side of the City of the Dead. There is the House of Cleanliness. That is the headquarters of the Launderers Guild. So they've got some extra trash to get rid of. And they come around by early afternoon. They come and stop at Felzoon's Folly for lunch. So that's a standard tavern. You've been there. Dandriel knows about it. He worked there a few times.
Yep.
And you guys went with him to pick up payment from Lord Manthar one evening.
Oh yeah.
So you guys can have lunch. Yeah. When you're done, they have some refuse to take out. You head back up to the Court of the White Bull. There are basically some just like public trash cans there. Some of the caravans who are getting ready to disembark. That's the right word, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cleaning up there. So there's some horses and other pack animals who are basically parked there for a while. So there's some actual dung work to clean up here.
Sweet.
And they head south. They head down Brindle Alley. Dandriel is familiar with this alley, but nothing interesting happens today. Then they cut back, so they come back up the high road and start back over up here. This is part of the trade ward. Stop in the Golden Horn Gambling House. You guys have been by this numerous times. Haven't really paid much attention to it, but they've got some trash to take out. You come down to Virgin Square. This is another like miniature market area, and this is the first place where something kind of interesting happens. Then I have to find where it is in the document. So this is an opening where there are more. There are people here. It's a place where people buy services. More like this is where a lot of mercenaries and other adventurers get their work. I think this might have been the place Nightbreeze came when he first came to Waterdeep. I don't remember.
Sounds right.
But yeah, there's people here, and there's also people here selling various wares and just vendor stalls like there are in the market and in Trollskull. But that's kind of the main thing, is the gathering for selling various services. There is a statue in the center of the square is a statue of a stocky man with a scarred face and an eye patch. And Lindariel is familiar with this. She's been by here a few times making deliveries. You guys have a job to basically clean the statue. It's got some basically bird poop on it.
Sweet.
So who wants to go clean the statue?
Sure.
Yeah.
Dan's got it.
Alright. Have you make a dexterity check
How
for your
with
cleaning
what
ability.
with what am I attempting to clean the statue?
You've got basically a mop and a bucket.
I'll just use shape water on the water and then use it to kind of like fly around and scrub the thing.
Okay.
And then
yeah.
Dex, for the joy of dexing that, is 17.
Okay. So yeah, you clean it up pretty good.
Clean statue. When I'm done, I take the dirty water and put it back in the bucket.
Alright. This is a successful statue cleaning. It's an exciting day.
You'll be level 4 in no time with all this.
Right?
I'm glad that's one of my high rolls. Let's wait till something important happens. Here
It was
comes
worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Okay, that was the encounter you guys rolled with your d6s.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
So
Lord.
let's go ahead and each roll a d6 again.
Gosh.
Is this day 2?
1.
No, this is still the same day.
Oh Lord.
I rolled another
You
6.
haven't finished your route. It's later in the afternoon though.
4.
6, 1, 4. So it's 11.
We all die.
Yep, you guys keep going on the route, and I head down south. Nope, you cut over. You cut over to the plinth. Dandrio and Lindariel are familiar with it. It's basically a temple to all the remaining gods who don't have their own dedicated temple. They've had some trash. And you head back south. The last interesting place is a tavern called the Grey Serpent. They've got some trash. And they are done with their route for the day. No, one more thing. Caravan Court. They come over to Caravan Court. It's pretty much similar to the Court of the White Bull. They got stuff to clean up there. And that's it. You're done for the day. It was an exciting day of dung sweeping. But yeah, they're excited to have you guys with them. They invite you all for drinks back at Mule Skull Tavern.
I am absolutely going. I'm going to Mule Skull Tavern.
Why not?
All right.
Except I'm not going to drink a lot.
Well, I'm only going if we're all going, Lindariel.
I'll go.
I'm gonna go. Gonna grab a single drink. Gonna lean by the front door of the bar and look around for drowish people.
Drowish. Funny, they don't look drowish.
Lynn will actually have a drink. Lynn, I don't think has ever had a drink. Maybe like taken a sip or two once. Lynn will have a drink today.
She's having dung sweeper drinks. So these are strong. You got a members only club. They pour like all booze.
Yeah, Cole
So
definitely
Sorry.
offers to pay for everyone, whatever you want. And yeah, this is the first time actually going into the tavern, and this guild parties hard when they're off duty.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, they are This is a exciting place.
Yeah, Dan actually gets a non-alcoholic drink. It's tonic water and lime, so it looks like a vodka tonic.
Lynn doesn't drink, and Lynn has a drink that's probably too strong. Lynn is a lightweight. It's probably not good.
And so Dan is also just going to be... So they party hard, like they get real drunk.
Yeah.
Are there any elves or half-elves that are in the Dung Sweepers Guild other than us?
Make a perception check.
13?
There are quite a variety of races here. There are still a majority of humans, like most of the city, but unlike the rest of the city, there's a higher than average number of non-humans. So you do see halflings, dwarves, elves, half-elves, tieflings. I'd say there's at least one person you don't know what they are.
Okay. If there are any elves or half-elves that seem like they're getting, like, particularly wasted and wandering out, I'd make sure to keep an eye on them pretty solidly.
So I will say, with your perception, you see... I am switching... There's information from multiple sources all at once, so I'm flipping around. That's why it's taking me longer than normal to find everything. You do see one half-elf sitting by himself at a table.
Mm-hmm.
And it's conspicuous because he doesn't seem to be, like, rowdy, having a good time like everyone else. He is just very much, like, by himself with his drink, alone, in the corner.
Can I tell what type of elf he is?
He's a half-elf, probably a half-wood elf.
Okay. I would encourage drunk Lindariel to go talk to him and poke Nightbreeze to keep an eye out on that guy.
Sure thing.
I will once again stay by the door and just kind of watch people coming and going, looking for any drowish or any drunk elves or half-elves that might be stumbling out of the bar.
Okay. Yeah, as the night goes on, there are a few people who leave, but a lot of them are staying late. They party hard into the night.
Yeah.
And you did see when you came in through the back door, there are basically bunks in the back. So
Yeah.
you think a lot of these people, if they didn't work here, they wouldn't have a place to go. So they're actually people just living here, working here, drinking here.
Yep.
Other people just spend the night here because they're too drunk to go home afterwards. But they have a home, but they just can't get to it. So there are bunks available.
Cool. And I'm just kind of hoping that a drunk elf or half-elf stumbles down the road and gets attacked by a drow.
Same here.
And in the meantime, I'm hoping that a drunk Lindariel is bothering a weirdly quiet person, and Nightbreeze is figuring out why that person is weirdly quiet from their drunken conversation.
Oh, I'll be like, hi, how are you? My dad wanted me to talk to you. My name's Lynn. What's your name? Hi. I had to spend all day cleaning some poop, and oh my goodness, I just don't even know what to do with it. And my accent gets like super thick where you can't even understand it.
He'll look up at you, but before he even like acknowledges you or makes a response, you get pulled away by Cole, and that was his name, right? Just remember his name. I think it's Cole. Yeah, you get pulled away by Cole. Like, you don't need to mess with Heldar. Just leave him be. He
No,
prefers
what?
to be alone.
I don't know. He's. Why can't I talk to him? My friend told me to talk to him.
He just wants to be by himself. He's not actually really a dung sweeper. He pays the guild fees so he can just come here and drink by himself because he doesn't like any of the other bars. It doesn't make sense, but he pays to be here, but he just wants to be left alone.
Okay, that actually sounds like a more interesting person now.
Yeah, we've all tried. We don't know. He comes and goes. He's not here every night, but
Okay, I will turn back around and go sit in front of the guy.
And I will take out my wand of bees.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
You
Drunken
like
bees.
all right.
And I'll make the bees like kind of like dance around
Yeah,
him.
one by one they go out of the wand, and you got a swarm of bees spinning around.
And I just like I want them to kind of like dance, like like kind of like dance around, and I'm like this with them, like.
Yeah, and the
Do I get a reaction?
the half elf that you've learned his name is Heldar. He sits there for a moment, and then he just downs his drink, and he gets up and leaves.
Oh, you don't like bees?
No, he just
Where-
walks away.
They're nice.
Where does he go to when she walks away?
Yeah, he's heading towards the exit.
But that's been...
I'm gonna set my drink down and I'm going to like hand signal over to Nightbreeze that I'm gonna follow this guy.
Okay, Nightbreeze, make a perception check.
On it.
And I go, Dan, he didn't like my bees.
It'd be a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you definitely see all of this happen. You see Dan's hand motions.
Okay. So, yeah.
And I'm gonna try and follow him. How drunk is he?
He was there when you arrived, and I say
And he's been sitting there drinking.
You've been there, like you got there probably just past dinner time. I'd say you've been there a few hours before you provoked him. So yeah, he's been there. You'd assume probably most of the afternoon and into the evening.
Okay, so he's a barfly who's pretty solid into his night drunk at this point. Okay, so hopefully it shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna try and not let him notice he's being somewhat followed.
Okay.
Nightbreeze, are you and Lynn gonna take a little bit further back from me?
Yeah, I'll stick with Lynn and we'll stay a little bit further back.
Yeah, we keep everyone stays in eyesight of one.
I'll like come up like behind, be like, what are we doing? Why are we being quiet? What's going on?
So
We're following this guy.
Yeah, Lynn's talking to Nightbreeze.
Yeah.
We're following this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for anything suspicious. Hit if he's like doing anything weird or.
I mean, he didn't like my bees, so he's very suspicious.
I know, right? And if he doesn't like your bees, that should automatically tell us there's something wrong, right?
Yes.
And also kind of maybe slightly like over PTSD paranoid just because also worried about Mind Flayer.
Yeah. So Dan, make a stealth check.
How am I? It's not terrible. 16?
Okay. And I'll have Nightbreeze and Lindario also make a stealth check. Lindario can have disadvantage because she's specifically
she's drunk.
acting not stealthy, but it won't matter as much. You guys are further away. And I think Nightbreeze knows if Dan is trying to be stealthy and Lynn can't be stealthy, he knows to keep back further.
Right, and even if we have to like play the touristy couple kind of game just to make it look like everything is fine. We're not really doing anything.
Touristy couple. Gus is rolling in his grave.
So
Body's not even cold yet.
You said stealth?
Yeah.
That would be a 23.
Okay, that's pretty good.
My disadvantage is 8. It would have been 20.
Okay.
It would have been 20. Disadvantage is 8.
That sounds about right.
So Night
I
Breeze
imagine I'm doing like that really exaggerated, like where it doesn't look like I'm sneaking.
So I'll treat the two of you as a
Really
group roll.
hard.
So Night Breeze's high roll can make up for some of the low roll.
Thank God.
So you think somewhere in the middle. All right, yeah, you see him. He heads kind of the southwest towards the docks, and he turns left down Dock Street.
All right. Just gonna continue following him, see where he goes, see what he gets into. Also, still looking for anything else suspicious, drow-like, mind flare-like at all.
Are we going by where my attack was?
Yeah, you're gonna pass it.
Oh, this is wonderful. I'm so glad I'm drunk right now. There's no other way I would be doing this.
Yeah, and when Dandra, when you turn the corner, you recognize the area where you're at, and like the police line is gone, so that's basically they've cleaned up the area. It's opened again to the public, and there's no evidence that anything happened here the previous night, or 2 nights ago, I guess. Is that right? Yeah, it's the 8th that happened on the 6th. Yeah.
Can I roll to see if I'm like aware of where I am?
Yeah,
I'm trying to decide like how Lynn would react. Like if I'm cognizant enough to know,
Yeah,
what would that be like?
Make
Also-
I'm gonna do a wisdom saving throw. Do that.
Okay. Huh. That's an 8.
I'm also
You have
going
no
to.
idea. You're
I'm also.
Okay.
You're
I'm
in the
gonna
dock
tap my
ward, but
chest.
you're not paying attention.
Good.
I'm gonna tap my chest and put mage armor on myself just in case something goes south.
Okay.
I'm like whispering to like Night Breeze the whole time, just like babbling on about random stuff, and like completely unaware of like where like, and I keep asking him like stupid questions that he's probably answered like 5 times. Like what are we doing here? Wait,
We're going
where are
for
we? What?
we're going for a walk.
What?
We're following Dan.
Okay.
Remember, we don't separate anymore, right?
Where's Dan? What's he doing?
He's up there a ways. I can see him, right? I can still see him.
Yeah,
Good.
so I'll say at this point, the Heldar is probably up about here. He's still heading kind of along the shoreline. Dan is back a bit about here. You can see him just fine. And you guys are kind of just coming into the area of unpleasantness.
I would be looking for anything like birds to distract Lynn with as we are walking.
There's more people like down the dock. That actually is one of the docks where one of the Sea Maiden's fair ships is.
Okay.
Oh, look, Lynn, is that Jeffrey?
Yes.
What?
Have you seen Jeffrey?
And you still have bees. Your bees are up for an hour.
Oh yes,
Jesus.
they're following
This
behind
is
in a
great.
like trail behind me. Yes, yes.
This is everything Night Breeze has always wanted.
I'll just be like,
It's everything Gus has always wanted.
Yeah, I would attentively answer to the best of my ability and eventually fall into those points where it's like, no,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
That's what you'd hear Cole just coming behind you, like, "Hey, where you guys off to?" He's like running up, trying to catch up to you, Night Breeze.
and I'll
I just say,
go, look at my bee.
I'll just say, we're calling it a night. We look forward to seeing you guys in the morning.
Like, oh, all right.
You like bees?
Thank you so much for the drinks. We appreciate it. See you bright and early.
And,
Do you
like,
want
as-
us to
as
meet you
these-
up there?
As these bees like swarm around him, he's a bit distracted. Like,
Yeah, we've got to get her home. Do you want us just to meet you where we started this morning? It's halfway from our house, so
we can do that. But you're coming back here tomorrow night for drinks, right?
yeah, we'll see how it
Oh
goes.
yes, it was really good.
This is great.
Yeah, he's just happy, and he'll be like, all right, well, have a good night.
Thanks, Cole. See you tomorrow.
So you guys have separated a little bit further from Dan. Dan, you see Heldar he's like gone up this way. He's heading that way.
So is he's like going into alleys now?
Yeah, I think he's just kind of shortcutting through there to. You think his destination is somewhere further east.
Okay.
I'll have you make a new stealth check.
Everybody or just him?
Just one right now.
18.
18 is pretty good, and make a perception check.
37.
21.
21.
Ooh.
You notice that Heldar has kind of slowed down. At first he seems fairly drunk, so he wasn't walking super well, but he was like walking quickly and kind of with purpose. He may have either gotten fatigued. He doesn't seem like he's that like he seems like he was a more athletic guy, but maybe.
Oh, FYI, I was off on the bonus. That's a dirty 20, not a 21.
That's fine.
Sorry.
But he's slowed down for some reason. You're not quite sure why, but he's still heading that way. And let me see. Is there anything else you know from a 20? Yeah, 20 also tells you see a shadow up on the roof of one of the buildings. So up here.
Is this where we were with that chase, the rooftop chase that we did?
Not. This is further south than that, but it's not too far from there.
Okay.
But similar to what Nightbreeze described at that incident, where you tried to chase down a shadow on the roof, you see a shadow on the roof.
Okay. 1 second. Sure. I'm tempted to try and drop fairy fire on it. How far away from me is it?
Let's do a quick measuring.
29 and a half
If you're
feet.
coming up to the edge of that alley, and it's up on the roof, somewhere 120 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna just keep an eye on it, but try and act like I don't see it for right now. Still keeping my distance from dude. If I can seemingly get within 60 feet of it, and it hasn't scurried off, I'm gonna have to probably roll a die to see which thing I do.
Yeah, not too much longer. You see it jump down into the alley.
In front of him?
So the Heldar has walked past where this person was,
Mm-hmm.
and this person jumped off of the roof down into the alley.
Okay. How far away from me are they now?
If you're still walking forward, I will give you 90 feet.
I'm sorry, you cut off right there.
90 feet. So I'll give you, your speed is 30.
Yeah.
So I'll give you another 30, so you're 90 feet from it. You could, if you wanted to not be stealthed, you could dash, and that'd give you a... Basically, if you're intending to like grapple or enter combat or cast a spell, I would give you a surprise round if you wanted to dash, but you would definitely break your stealth.
I'll do it. I'm going to try and just run up to the 60-foot away from it mark
Mm-hmm.
and drop fairy fire on it.
Okay. With that, I will have everyone roll some initiative.
What? I get to roll initiative, and it's a good roll. The fighter is going to fight.
Yeah, you're a ways away, though.
God damn it. My
And
initiative...
you have a drunk girl that you're hurting.
Ah, shit. Because my initiative is 23.
Oh, that is really good.
God.
It's better than my 14.
I'm 17.
Just a minute. I completely.
Oh.
I'm slower than a
you're-
drunk Lynn.
Lynn's only 17, though, so we gotta be careful.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I completely wasn't prepared for this to happen tonight. So.
Oh, what's happening?
I usually like roll everyone's stats and initiative ahead of time when there's NPCs in combat.
This is happening.
And I haven't done that, so give me a minute to.
I can make another Tom Collins if you want to do a quick 5-minute break.
It doesn't need 5 minutes. I need like 2 minutes.
Okay.
That's enough time to make a Tom Collins.
Yeah, I only need like 2 minutes.
Go!
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna have another piece of beef jerky because beef jerky.
Okay, Dan, what was your initiative?
Mine was 14.
And what was Lynn's?
17. Unless you want me to do disadvantage or something.
You don't need to.
Okay.
And Night Praises was high. I don't need the actual
23?
numbers.
Yeah, his was over 20.
I think it was 23.
Yeah. That is definitely on top of the list.
Okay, I just made the dirtiest Tom Collins I've ever had in my life, so this should be fun.
Nice.
It's about this much gin.
Okay, I'm almost ready. Okay, so you just cast Fairy Fire. Go
Yep.
through Fairy Fire. Just read off what all it does.
Yeah, so it's each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Violet, clearly. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails the dexterity saving throw.
Okay, what's the DC on that?
13. It's a dex.
Okay, the shadowy figure fails. Heldar is also caught in it, and what was it?
13.
13.
Yeah, also fails. They both light up.
Alright, any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay.
Sweet.
And yeah, when this lights up this outline, you kind of recognize the shape of a drow. It's kind of
Yes.
it's what you were expecting,
Mm-hmm.
and it's what you see.
You say, "Oi!"
But yeah, you ran up and did that.
And yeah, so like free action, I yell for Heldar to run, especially since he's currently glowing.
Yep. And so the next thing that happens is Nightbreeze gets a turn. You saw Dan dash off and cast a spell. And you are from where that is. You're like 360 feet away.
You should have still been within eyesight, though. Right.
360 feet. Okay. Lynn, Dan has bolted. We've got to catch up. Stick with me. And I want to take her arm, and I'll take the reduction in movement to move with her.
Okay. So basically, are you going to dash at half speed with her?
That's still only 30.
Yeah.
It's still only 30. Yeah.
But it moves both of you on one turn.
Yeah, it moves both of us on one turn, so.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you can. I mean,
You're drunk.
yeah. I'm ready to charge ahead with my bees.
I can always catch up. I'm not too worried about it. So I would take dash at half action to move us both 30 feet closer.
Okay. So now you're 330.
Quick question. Is there anything in the area that's about 10 feet in the air that I could reasonably stand on that's pretty close to me?
You'd have to make a perception check on your turn. That would trigger for an action. There's nothing in particular that was obvious, so you'd have to like search for something.
Okay, so nothing, not like a no awning or something that sticks out.
Yeah, there's nothing obvious. There might be something in between the buildings you could find, but it would take at least an action to find out.
Gotcha.
I would also point at the direction where Dan just ducked in, so that way Lynn can see the direction we're going.
Yeah.
In case she missed it.
Yeah, you guys all know something happened.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Next, with the sudden fairy fire, the drow kind of looks back at you and smiles before turning back towards his target and attacks with his short sword. Because he gets advantage on this attack because of the fairy fire.
Yep. Yeah, if he was within 20 feet of...
Because both of them lit up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, advantage didn't help him. Well, it helped him a little, but I don't know if that's a hit. It is a hit. So Heldar takes. Heldar suddenly sees all this going on as well, and sees the drow, and tries to jump back. So the first attack comes in and swings with his short sword, and just kind of nicks his neck. He's going to take 5 damage. So a nick is 5 damage. Because that was a low damage roll. And he's going to do a second attack. Which is somehow worse. But still, it's a hit. That's a big attack bonus. And second attack is going to do 8 damage. So that's pretty significant. You see Heldar is not looking good right now. And it's Lindariel's turn.
When Nightbreeze directs me, I just yell charge bees, and I just run as fast as I can towards with my bees with me, and I send them ahead. I don't know how far the bees can go.
I think their speed is faster than you if you dash.
I think so. Let me find it.
Oh.
1,000 feet per turn.
Swarm of insects can move. Oh, they only move 30 feet.
Okay.
So I guess you and your bees can both dash. So
Yes.
you are now
We charge.
270 feet away.
Woohoo.
All right. Dandriel is up.
Do good things, Dan.
All right.
So yeah, just from what you've seen, one more hit will probably kill Heldar, or at least knock him unconscious.
Yep. All right. So let's check something. All right. I'll. How many of those do I have? All right. Yeah, I will blow 2 sorcery points to twin spell 2 level 2 chaos bolts, or second level chaos bolts at home dude.
Okay. So that's a spell attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a ranged spell attack.
Is that one you roll twice for each because you twinned it?
So I twinned it. So yeah, I roll 2 ranged spell
Okay,
attacks.
so we're just doing it twice.
Yep.
Got it.
First one's a 19 on the die, so probably hits.
Yep, that hits.
Second one is a 16 on the die, and it's +5, so that's 21.
That also hits.
All right, and that's going to be. I need to see what this happens when I cast it at second level. Okay, yeah, it's 2d8 and 2d6 per. Alright, so that is. That is 37 damage.
That's total for both of them?
Yeah, in total it's 37 damage.
Okay.
And for type of damage... Not that it probably matters, but I will choose... Excuse me. What are my options here? Oh, I can do psychic damage. Psychic damage. For both of them.
Okay.
Make his ears bleed.
Yeah, 37 psychic damage ought to get his attention.
Yeah, he definitely like goes, and he like grabs his head. Alright. And
Once again, I'm gonna yell for Heldar to just get away.
yeah, Heldar takes that moment to give you a chance. I'm going to have him actually disengage instead of dash, so he doesn't get an opportunity attack. So he would take the basically evasive maneuvers because he's getting attacked and he's pretty hurt, and then he gets away, and then he'll run as far as he can. So he's another 30 feet down the path, and Night Breeze is up. Get back to
All right, so
300
Lynn has
feet
got.
away.
No, it's about to be a lot less.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to dash.
Okay.
So that's 60. I'm going to use my action surge to move another 30.
Okay.
So that's 90. And I'm going to use my phase step to go as my bonus action to do another 30.
Okay.
So that's 120.
Yep, you're 210 feet away.
Okay. And I'm going to scream, we're coming.
I think you could have moved another 30.
How?
Dash plus bonus action. Because action serve gives you another action, which can be dash.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
So dash,
60
dash.
plus 60 plus 30.
Yeah, so I move 150.
I don't know the details of that, but I'll give it to you. So you're at 180.
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right. You're 180 from the drow, specifically. Dan
Okay.
is still 60 feet back from that. Right?
Okay.
Yep.
So you are only 120 feet from Dan. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay. So, the drow, he will being pretty hurt and seeing his target run off, and that he's did you roll advantage on your spell attacks?
Oh, no, I didn't.
They both hit, but roll again just to see if you crit.
Yeah, because if one of those is a nat, it gets really nasty. No, it was a 15, so now... That was a 9, so now...
Okay. So yeah, he'll turn around and look back up at you, and he spits and he's like, Iblith. And he reaches into his belt and pulls out something that players would recognize as a gun, but I think Dandriel does not know what that is.
So, did he just say something in Undercommon, by the way?
Yes.
I speak Undercommon.
And this is, so you actually, you know this phrase very well. It's actually a specific drow phrase. It is a curse word that refers to any creature that is not drow.
Ah. Yay. Slurs it is.
Yeah. It's a racial slur from a drow to anyone else. And yeah, points his pistol at you and fires it. You just hear this loud crack, and that is a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Barely.
Yeah.
For 12 piercing damage.
A lot of damage.
Oof.
You have your... Oh, I was going to say you have your armor, but...
I am hurting.
You're gonna hurt some more.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
On top of that, you've got 8 poison damage.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah, and it sees you fall down and turns and chases Heldar. And it's Lynn's turn.
Okay. So I know I'm still far away, but can I see?
You
them?
definitely heard that noise. Nightbreeze has run in front of you. He's like 100 feet in front of you, about.
I guess I'm asking, like...
I'll say make a perception check with disadvantage. Because you're far away, you're drunk, and you have a Nightbreeze in between.
17.
17 is still pretty good. I'll say you saw Dan fall. You heard the
But
noise.
can I see the bad guy?
I'm going to say no, because there's buildings in the way. I'll say you saw Dan fall and you heard the noise.
Because, like, my long range on my bow is, like, within 600.
Yeah.
Like, I can shoot it. But I can't see him.
You could try. You'd have disadvantage on the shot for the range, I think.
Haha!
But she would
But
have
what
advantage.
I would do is I would bonus action Zephyr Strike, which gives me advantage on my disadvantage.
You
Well,
already
you've
have
already got
advantage because of
advantage.
the fairy fire.
You've already got
Ah.
advantage to the fairy fire.
Okay. So you
Okay.
have a normal roll. I would also say I'll give it to you at 3/4 cover. So basically that increases the target's AC by 5. So you can,
okay.
you can try to launch an arrow into the streets of Waterdeep.
Yeah. I'm still gonna do the bonus action Zephyr Strike. Because it says I move like the wind. And my movement does not provoke opportunity attacks. And I give myself advantage on an attack roll. It deals an extra 1d8 force damage on the hit, and my walking speed increases 30 feet until the end of the turn.
Okay.
So it will let me walk faster afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Um,
now is she back to advantage? Considering there's two advantages and one disadvantage.
No, it just cancels out.
Just normal. Okay. Maybe I'll
Because I'm giving you lenience
I'll
just
go
to
my
make
60
it because
feet
you
first.
shouldn't be able to see him. So
I'll go my 60 feet first.
okay.
How about that, right? And
Yeah.
then I can shoot.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll say, wait, once you move forward, you can barely see him. But yeah, so I'll give him 3/4
Right.
cover.
I'll make it work. I'm gonna do it.
And yeah, the fairy fire is what lets you see him.
Bada bang, bada boom, 21. Hit him.
That's a hit.
And I get an extra d8 as well. That is 16
Okay.
in the face.
Yep. Yeah, and from Dan's point of view, you just see this arrow fall from the sky. And just
Oh, I don't see anything. I'm unconscious.
oh yeah, you're out. Never mind.
Nightbreeze sees
Nightbreeze
an arrow
sees it.
fly past him.
Yeah. I'm assuming you had to arc it up pretty high. But
Yeah.
You make the shot. It's impressive.
Hell yeah, I do.
All right, Dandro, let's do a death saving throw.
Fuck, man.
I failed.
All right. Since the drow closed the distance on Heldar's going to do the same thing, disengage and run 30. And since the drow has moved, I'm gonna change. I was measuring to where he was. I'm gonna change that measurement to where Dan is. So, Nightbreeze is 120 feet from Dan.
Jesus Christ.
Lynn is
210.
you were 210 from where the drow was, but you're 60 feet
Ah,
closer.
yes.
So it's 150.
Okay.
If I'm mathing right.
Cool.
And the drow and Heldar are both 90 feet from where Dan is.
Okay.
Okay. Nightbreeze is up.
Can I see the drow?
I'll say yes. I'll just make it easy.
So how far away would he be? Less than 320, right?
120 plus 90 is 210.
Ah.
You have advantage.
Yeah, but it would be canceled because it's over 80 feet for the crossbow.
So,
So
at
fairy
least
fire
it's a flat
isn't
roll.
fairy fire isn't a concentration, right?
Oh, actually, no, it probably is. Let me check. It is
Oh
concentration.
yeah, then it's gone.
Well, it was a 20-foot cube anyway, so if he's moved out of it, it
Oh,
would
no. It's 20-foot cube when I cast it. That
Oh.
anything that it hits is good for.
Oh, okay.
So it lingered long enough for Lindariel to make her shot, but now it's gone.
All right, I would, if I can see the drow, then I can definitely see Dan,
Yeah, you saw that.
you know, shuffling the mortal coil in front of me. So I'm going to continue dashing.
Yeah.
So damn far away.
Yeah, you got Cole to distract you for another moment. So if you dash, you're 60 feet away from Dan.
Great.
We got to work on what I caught, like, what can still see you distances. You're over a football field away.
Yes.
I imagine you were like trying to like pull me away like the whole time to like keep up, and I'm just like, but my bees, look at my bees.
That's my turn.
All right. Yeah, the drow. Runs up to catch up to Haldar, and attacks with his short sword.
We're not gonna save this kid, are we?
Of course not.
No,
Yeah, that's a hit. So I don't
of course.
even have to roll. Haldar goes down, and he's going to attack again the unconscious body.
Hi.
And that's its turn. So Lindariel is up.
To be fair, how many turns have we had in combat?
Yeah, more than the frog.
Okay, it can croak whenever you say. I'll roll.
Just we'll do it on the next turn. So I
Okay.
wasn't even paying attention to it. We do combat so often.
I just happened to check my
Yeah.
my equipment, and I saw Jewel Frog of Chaos at the top. I was like, ah, crap.
Yeah. I wasn't planning to do combat tonight, so wasn't paying attention to it.
I think I will do the same thing. The bonus action Zephyr Strike again,
Sure.
and that will give me another 60 feet closer and advantage on, because I'm within, well, where am I? How close would I be then? Oh yeah, I'm within 150 feet, so I'm not at disadvantage. Okay, so then I have advantage doing this.
Sure.
Bada bang. That would be an 18.
An 18 barely hits.
Oof, okay. And this. Whoop whoop. That is 17.
Okay. 17 damage. Yeah. Doesn't like these arrows coming at him.
Seriously? He's had like a lot of damage.
Yeah.
How close am I now, by the way?
90 feet.
I was 90 feet from
To
Dan.
Dan, yeah.
Okay.
So actually, what's your smaller range on your bow?
150.
You are further away than that.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Well, my other was only.
But so did you roll with
but you
advantage?
said it was. I did roll with advantage.
What was the? So I'll say either to solve it, I'll either give you one roll to just redo, or
Yeah.
I'll say let's just cut the damage in half that you did. Either
Okay, either one you want. I think the other one was literally like just one less.
So you can pick either re-roll it with one, or we'll cut the damage in half.
Okay. Ooh. Whew. That's 19.
All right, got it.
Okay.
Okay, Dan is up for a death save.
11. So I succeed because it's a DC 10, right?
Yep.
I'll roll the frog.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Once picked up the curse, blah 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 blah. Once roll is a d12. Roll a d6. All right. Well, that's a great time to get my 1 out. So I rolled an odd, so I roll a d20, and it is a 9. Same one I had before.
Is it the stat boost one?
Yeah, the add +1 to ability modifier.
So that already happened, so nothing happens.
Does it then get transported to a nearest party member?
I think so. Is that what it says? If that's not what it says, we can make that be what
Yeah.
it is.
So then it would go to Lynn.
Does
No.
the nearest party member have to be conscious?
I would assume so.
Okay, then yeah, it goes to Lynn.
No.
Yay, out of my inventory.
I don't want it.
Alright, and that brings us up.
Okay. So I'm like still how far away?
60 feet.
All right. I'm going to use my bonus action to get Sleet out and tell him to go after the drow.
Okay.
He moves on my turn. He has a flying speed of 60 feet. And so I would tell him just to go after the drow and attack.
I think he gets his own initiative.
Says moves on my
it?
initiative.
Okay.
Mhm. So I would then take my dash action to go to Dan.
Yep.
And do I have anything? Do I have a medkit? Anything? I have a ration. I have some rope. I would attempt to find a way to stabilize Dan any way I could.
Did you say you have a med kit?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Did we say so previously when Dan was unconscious? Someone I think they just made a medicine check.
Yeah,
Did we?
I could do that.
Did we? I forgot what we rolled on that. What is the DC for the medicine check? Or does it have to be with a healer's kit?
Let me double check.
But either way, I think that would take an action, and you use your action to dash.
Yeah, it would take an action, so I can at least get there, but I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, you can do something next turn.
And Sleet would move 120 feet towards the drow.
Okay, that gets to him.
That would be his entire action.
Okay.
Because that would be, yeah. And that's my turn.
Okay. The drow.
So it's just a DC 10 medicine check.
Okay. That seems pretty easy.
Yeah, I'd wait till my turn anyway, right?
Yeah. And the drow is going to I don't think he's going to care about the flying snake. He's 120 feet away. He is going to cast a spell. And you suddenly see this darkness appear around him and Heldar and Sleet.
Okay.
You no longer see them. And that's his turn. And it's Lindar's turn. Yeah, you can no longer see them. You just kind of see this kind of this area of nothingness.
And how far away am I?
You're 90 feet from Dan.
I guess I will just dash then. Try to get to Dan.
Down to 30 feet. And that's the end of your turn.
I don't really know what else I can try to do. Yeah, that's it, I think.
Okay. Dan, make another death save.
I fail.
Okay, you got 2 fails, 1 success.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm coming. I'm coming with the cure wounds.
It's okay. I'm updating my spare character to level 3.
No, you are not.
That's literally what I'm doing right now.
No, you are not.
Dan's
Stop.
funeral will go much different.
No, I refuse.
Alright.
Not losing 2 people in like 1 week.
I mean, you know how I roll, so yeah, probably.
But I will get to you before then.
Well, it's Nightbreeze's turn. You're there with Dan.
All right, so I'm going to try to stabilize.
Yeah. Try your
Medicine check. Come on, what's my medicine? My medicine is a whopping, where are you at? -1. All right, cool.
I'm a plus
We'll
3.
take an 18.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Dan is now unconscious and stable.
Now, going to sleep in darkness. So he can't see if that is the darkness spell.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing can't see him. But they still, if he moves, it engages an opportunity attack at disadvantage.
Yeah, you can do a normal attack right now if you wanted to. It would be at disadvantage.
Let's do the normal attack. His command was to attack, so. All right.
What kind of attacks does Sleet have?
He has bite,
Okay.
and it's a +6 to hit. At disadvantage, it is a 17.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
God damn it! All right.
Okay.
He's going to just try to move around and see if he can find anything. That's my turn.
Yep. I'm gonna have Lindario make a perception check.
That's a 24.
So with that, you see the drow head north. Kind of turning back. I guess he just turns up and around the building. So you see him leave the darkness and basically head up and around the corner.
I will scream and point in the direction so Nightbreeze also knows.
All right. And Lindario is up.
Okay. I'm going to... Did he go around the corner?
Yes.
I think I'm just going to go...
I guess that would trigger that disadvantage opportunity attack if Sleep wants to try again.
Oh.
So at disadvantage that time, +6 makes it a 22.
Okay, that'll hit.
All right, so he gets 1d6 +3 piercing, which is 7, and 3d4 poison. That's 1, 3, 7 poison damage.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Now Lynn is up.
I am going to run up to Dan and do cure wounds on him for 10.
Okay. Yeah, Dan, you get 10 hit points and you wake up.
Woo!
Welcome back, buddy. We're still going.
You're still
Yay!
prone. And you've got a Night Breeze and a Lindariel above you.
Alright. Is it on me for action as well?
Yeah, if that's the end of Lynn's turn, then it's your turn next.
Alright. So the position we're largely in is there's a cloud of darkness in front of us where there is an unconscious but probably fully dead Haldar.
Yep.
And Lynn spotted dude leaving the darkness.
Yeah.
Which direction did he go, and how far away?
Just based on... Well, you are unconscious, so I think you don't know.
I would probably repeat it and say, like,
Yeah, if you get that information...
come on, Dan,
from
like,
Lynn-
he went that way. Like, I would probably yell that at him.
Yeah, if he went around that corner of that building, and you guys are still back here, which is about 150 feet away from that. And
From the corner?
yeah, and about somewhere about here is the darkness.
I don't think there's much I can do other than just I'll move forward and try and find. I guess can I get to the darkness from where I am currently?
It is 90 feet away from you.
Yeah, so no, I can't.
No, is that right? Yeah, 90 feet.
I guess I'll take the dash action and run that direction.
Okay, it takes
So-
half your movement to stand up.
Yep. So I only make it 30 feet.
It's 45. Right.
Oh, I guess yeah. If you half the movement, then dash action.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Then, Night Breeze, you just stabilized Dan, saw him get healed, and he immediately just gets up and runs.
I'm going to bolt. I'm going to go towards the direction that Lynn pointed as fast as I can. I'll take the dash action.
Alright. You got 60 feet.
And I would scream at Sleet, he's not in the darkness, head north. And I would move 60 feet closer.
Okay. Sleet's gonna move and have Sleet make a perception check.
Yes. Awesome. Perception. Perception is based on... There it is, +6. Alright. That would be a 18.
An 18?
Yeah.
He barely sees a shadow moving ahead.
Alright, I mean, he has movement of 60 feet. He could dash, so...
Yeah, he can almost catch up to it.
Okay. He'd stay on him.
Okay. Yeah, I think he ends about 5 feet away.
Okay.
And just in time for the Drow's turn. Where he's still running. Yep, he's just gonna keep running.
Alright, if he's 5 feet away, he is within range. So he would get an opportunity attack.
Yep, go ahead.
That's a 19, so 25.
That's a hit.
So that's 5 piercing damage and And let me find one more d4 so I don't have to roll. There we go. 7 and 8 poison.
Okay. And it's Lynn's turn.
Okay, I guess I will just try to dash in the direction, because it's around a corner, right? So, like, I can't actually...
Yeah.
I don't have those cool arrows that, like, turn corners.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just run as far as I can then.
Okay. I messed up on my math for where people were, so I'll just fudge it. From there, you're able to go further than Dan is. So that's where Nightbreeze is, I think.
Yeah, I should be same as Nightbreeze if he dashed too.
Okay. I'll go with that number. I think I made everything closer than it was, so that's in your favor. And Dan's turn.
Going to, I guess, go another 60. Does that get me? That gets me into the darkness, right?
Yes, it should.
And when I get there, I'm going to be attempting to.
What was that?
Held. When I get there, I'm going to be attempting to like feel around and find Heldar's body.
Oh, you're not from his attack. He has to make a concentration check. Which he failed, so the darkness is gone.
Okay. So I can clearly see Heldar's.
Yeah, you see Heldar, and nearby you see Heldar's head.
I'm sorry, you broke up there?
You see Heldar, and nearby you see Heldar's head.
I had a feeling.
Oh, his head's completely...
Yeah.
We can stitch it, right? We've got that string.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my weaver's kit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Embroider.
Okay. So...
Let's just say thank goodness that it's like in... Oh yeah, like I could do a little leaf pattern like on the neck.
Yeah.
It'll just look like a permanent choker, like kind of like a pretty design. Something like that.
This is like the 17-somethings. We can make it the 1790s.
Yeah. Okay, so with a dash action, do I get enough to be able to line of sight the drow?
Barely. I'd give him partial cover.
How far away is he?
Somewhere between 60 and 90 feet.
Oh, he's well within range. Alright, I will sorcery point to quicken spell and chaos bolt at him as a bonus action.
Okay. I'm gonna give him partial cover, so that'll increase his AC by 2.
Alright. 19 plus 5? 24.
You need 20.
I was gonna say, yeah, it would be 20 then.
Alright, and that's only a level 1 chaos bolt, so that's 2d8, 1d6.
I hope you guys know, like, we're never coming back to the dock ward, like, ever again. I
thought we were going to move
way
here.
too much, like, head trauma, like, things happen. So
It's
just the average night down the dock ward.
That's 14 damage.
Yeah, he goes down.
oh,
And the damage type is psychic damage. Yeah. Once again, I love rolling those
Like,
7s on the D8.
blood coming from his ears.
You hear the telltale
How
dong.
do you want to do this, is what I should have said.
Oh, I like generate a warbling mass, ridiculous, chaotic, chuck it at him like a baseball, and then afterwards I run up and just viciously keep kicking his corpse.
I'll allow it. So yeah, basically you guys see Dandriel like run up to the corner and generate this massive magical energy and send it away, and then a moment later just runs.
And we just hear this like,
yeah, just like angry grunting.
I would say as soon as we round the corner and we see him doing this, Nightbreeze would cheer because A, he's finally been in combat in what feels like forever, and B, we caught the damn drought. So I would cheer, and I'd like to use a what's it called? I'd like to rally for Dandriel and use one of my superiority die to give him. That'd be 7 temporary hit points.
Oh, yeah.
woohoo!
Which I now realize I could have done earlier and would have.
What's the range on that?
I have to be able to see you, or you have to be able to hear me.
Oh, gosh.
Right?
We gotta remember that. We got to remember that.
Sorry, new level. Who dis?
Yeah. I run out in the middle of things and then get one shot. That's what happens. This is the second time that's happened. Last time I would have died if we hadn't redone the math.
Yeah.
So, do we kind of like catch up?
You guys catch up as Dan is kicking this lifeless body.
Can I like do a perception check in the area to try to see if there's any like guard patrols?
Yeah,
we can
so what I'm going to do, we've gone pretty late, so I'm going to say let's call it here. There's definitely City Watch about to investigate that gunshot.
Yeah.
That was very loud, louder than a real-life gunshot, probably. So that was definitely an alerting sound. So yeah, you have another encounter with the Dockward City Watch to look forward to.
Yet again, with more bodies involved.
Yeah, just
So
days,
like,
just days apart.
I thought you were the one that was just unconscious there, like just the other day. What are you doing?
Yep. So some more murder explaining to do. You silly adventurers, and you're murdering.
Oh yeah, no, I murdered somebody. I murdered that drow, and I don't even feel bad about it because he nearly murdered me first.
Is this drow on drow violence? Is that what?
Drow on drow violence. Yeah.
That's not uncommon. That's actually encouraged.
It actually, in reality, in Menzo Branson.
There's people who pay for that.
Yeah. All right. Thanks
Lord.
everyone for sticking with us in a long episode. We found a drow assassin finally.
Whoop whoop.
I didn't know I
Found
planned for that.
and
It kind of
killed the drow assassin.
just worked out. Luckily, you took that dung sweeper job, right?
Jesus.
Right.
Yeah, we can quit that. We can quit that right now.
I don't know. It depends. Is the money good? I still got to pay for my snake.
He does.
You get paid at the end of the 10-day.
God.
Yep. So we're still doing it.
I think Lynn, like after like running up to the body and then like seeing like another like dead person like in the streets here and like the smell of fish and then like combined with like the adrenaline is like done from like being drunk, I just like vomit like probably like on his feet. Like everything just like comes back up.
Straight up hold her hair back for her while she's doing that. Not even paying any attention, just go. Just let it out.
And Dan, being a bar worker, would be so used to seeing vomit, it doesn't stop him, so he could absolutely take the drow's face and rub it in it. He does not care right now.
All right.
It's gonna be fun next week.
And that's where we'll start.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tune in next week.
Exactly. Okay. Thanks again, everyone. We're gonna
Yay!
see you next week. Come check us out on Friday on Craniodad's channel, doing some Heart of the Dragon Queen.
Yes, please. We have gotten quite a few followers as of late, so we're getting closer to our next prize giveaway. So come see us on Fridays. We start around 8 and we play till about 10.
Awesome.
This week we're playing until no later than 10. Right, Stephen?
That was last week if we did play, but then we didn't play.
Okay. Then we'll play till right around 10. So it's a couple hours of your time. Chance at winning some stuff if we get there.
Cool.
Woohoo!
All right. See you guys next time.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey.